Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
The world is just a great big onion, and hate and fear are the spices that make you cry. Oh, baby, and the only way to get rid of this great big onion is to plant love seeds until it dies. Hey world, we got a great big job to do. Yeah, we need you and everybody pull us through. Oh, you know we got to clean up this place and reach for higher. Oh yeah.
Yes, we do now. We gotta be headstrong about righting the wrong and make a lot more happy songs.
Oh, baby, the world is just a great big onion, and I don't care if the face people like to wear. Oh, baby, and the only way to get rid of this great big onion,
Every single soul's got to do their share.
tell about it, baby. Come on, let's knock on every door. Woo! Tell them love is the answer, whether they're rich or poor. Oh yeah, and we don't care what you do, how you look, or your status claim, baby.
No, because brothers and sisters from now on is gonna be everyone's name. The world is just
A great big onion, and hate and fear are the spices that make you cry.
Yes, it is.
And the only way to get rid of this great big onion
is to plant love seeds.
now everybody got to plant love seeds
Come on and plant love seeds.
until it dies. The world is just a great big onion.
Well, that worked, didn't it? No. So we can tell the technical bards that they're the technicians don't believe that there's something wrong with the lead that plugs into my computer. They go, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going, no, there's crackle. No, there's nothing wrong with it. No, there's crackle. There's crackle. There shouldn't be crackle. No, there's nothing wrong with it. No, you just got it too loud. You just got it too loud. No, there's crackle. Come and fix the bloody lead, you lazy gits. Good evening, dear listener. Late nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I've just eaten some chocolate and I'm all clarty. Now, I've got a clarty throat, so I will be swigging water as we go on. One of the things that we keep returning to on this show is the idea... Well, now listen, you think that the world is kind of round, spherical, don't you? Well, yeah, most people do. But there is a growing number of people who believe the Earth is flat. There's also a growing number of people who believe the Earth is round, but hollow and full of Nazis. We'll come on to that at a later date. I'm investigating that as it is. But there are a growing number of flat earthers who think the Earth is flat. And we've had a couple phone in the past, and we've had a couple promise that they would phone in the past, and then they bottled it. And I was kind of traipsing through Facebook the other day, as you do, just looking for potential things that we could talk about on the show and potential guests, and just, seeing if anything could, would trigger me. And, I found the Flat Earth group, and I posted on it and asked if anyone wanted to come on the show. And Sharon Burke got in touch and said, yeah, she'd like to come on the show. She's on the show. Evening, Sharon.
Evening. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you doing? You all right?
Not too bad, thank you.
So, tell me why you think the Earth is flat.
Well, where do you start, really? I think there's quite a lot of facts, really, to say that the Earth is definitely flat.
Give me a fact that shows that the Earth is flat.
There's no curvature in the way. Well, I suppose to start with, if you go to certain parts of the world, if you was, say, for example, you went to Toronto,
yes,
from Nigeria,
yes,
from off the lake, 1 miles away, you can still see Chicago.
Have you been there and done that?
No, not personally.
So you don't know it's
Chicago. Yes, I have actually been to Chicago, but
right, but you haven't done that.
Not personally, no.
So how do you know it's a fact?
Well, I'll put you on to my friend. He'll tell you a few things as well, and then
I thought I was talking to you.
Well, both of us actually.
Okay.
Hello there.
Hello. Who are you? Hang on. Who are you?
Hello, I'm Tom.
Tom.
Friend of Sharon's, yeah.
Tom. Okay. Tom. Give me a fact.
She's a bit nervous. You know, she does believe in this. We both do.
Yeah. Yes. Give me a fact that proves the Earth is flat.
Well, it's a combination of facts, really.
Give me one to start with.
Okay. Well, don't feel like we. Well, okay, it's flat. There's no curvature. You can go up in a balloon, and the horizon stays at eye level.
Have you been up in a balloon?
I've been on a zero-G.
Hang on. Let me talk to one person at a time.
No, I haven't.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you know that's true?
Well, do you know what? I've been believing NASA. I believe them that they went to. I mean, people believe that NASA went to space went to the moon in '69, and that's all rubbish now. So.
Right.
No,
I'm still waiting for a fact that proves the Earth is flat. I'm kind of thought.
Give me a fact that it's round.
No. You did know I'd be questioning you, didn't you, about the Earth being flat? You kind of expected that, didn't you, when I invited you on the show?
I thought you'd be asking why I believe it's flat.
No, I'm asking for facts.
Okay, give him one fact.
Well, someone rocket comes through. I can't really.
Basically, water needs to be on a flat level, and water is flat. You can do experiments yourself. Basically, you start.
Why do you think water is flat?
On a ball, dip a water in the ball. Yeah. It's going to drip off, isn't it?
Well, but balls don't have gravity, do they?
Yeah, but that's a magical thing that's been made up. Because who's ever seen gravity?
No, because it's invisible. No one's ever seen microwaves, but they're there. Well,
it could all be explained by flat Earth.
Right, but okay.
You dip a tennis ball into some water.
The Earth is flat. If the Earth is flat, how come the water doesn't go off the edge of it?
It goes the edge. There's a giant ice wall, I believe.
There's a giant ice wall.
Yeah, we're in kind of a pocket, or there's loads of different views on it, but Antarctica is the actual
edge of the world.
It's going around us, the edge of the world, and yeah, and that giant ice wall. Plus, you never get there anyway. You never get that far because you'd be too cold.
Well, you can get coats and scarves. People have been to Antarctica.
Not all the way. There's military that actually prevent people from going to certain parts of Antarctica.
The military prevent people from going to certain parts of Antarctica. So,
and they make out that it's that cold that it wouldn't inhabit life, basically. And it also, given the South Pole, as they say, the South Pole, and the North Pole, basically, if the world was a curvature, then you'd have exactly the same sort of animals that are at the North Pole as you would down the South. But
why?
They're different. They're completely different.
Why would you have different? Why would you have the same animals?
They say that the climate is exactly the same.
Yeah, but it's literally the other side of the world. So why would the animals be there?
Yes, well, you just said side, but that means you don't believe that the world's flat either, do you?
I don't believe the world is flat. No.
No,
I believe the world is round.
It's round as in a circle round, yeah, like a disc.
Oh, so it's a round disc like a record.
I mean, you look at the UN flag, that's kind of what the Earth does look like. I mean, they know, they ain't daft. And
I don't. I'm going to look at the UN flag. Hang on, UN flag, because it doesn't spring to mind. Let's see what pops up. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like well, theirs looks like a griddle, like a round griddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Earth is a round griddle.
It's round, it's flat, it makes sense, you know.
Well, it doesn't.
Whatever way you look at it, even if God made it, then it's like going to a football stadium. And,
so you think the world is circular, you're circular like a record, an old-fashioned record, but it's smooth.
I don't know whether it's smooth. It's not smooth, is it? It's not. I mean, flat is a crap term because
yes,
it's.
When you're talking about the Earth, yes,
it means a surface. It's kind of a flat surface. I think.
I'm going to ask.
The more I looked into it, I'm convinced.
Yeah, you obviously you have looked into it. So what's on the edge of the Earth?
On the edge of the Earth, we don't know. But then again, we don't know what's on the edge of space, do we?
What does that mean?
We don't know. They won't let you because there's a big conspiracy to hide it, just like there was to get to the moon. Just like there is.
Who's conspiring to hide it?
Probably NASA. Yeah.
NASA.
Mason. A lot of Freemasons.
Why do NASA want us to believe the Earth is round?
Why do they want us to? Okay, well, profit. You know, they can't go to space. They can't get past the Van Allen belt for.
Well, but they have been to space, haven't they? Because I know you're referring to a clip on a 5-minute video called something like 5 minutes why the Earth is flat. And those two quotes that they've got from NASA people saying they can't get out of the 22,000 whatever it is miles, they can't get out of the Earth. That's taken completely out of context. Those two quotes are taken completely out of context.
See, they do that. They change it.
Yeah, but no, the video that argues what you're arguing, they've taken quotes from NASA out of context. Because I watched that video, and then I watched another video that showed the full context of those quotes. And the quote from NASA saying, well, we can't go more than 22,000 miles out of the Earth's atmosphere, that was taken out of context. So there was more to it either side.
Well, they definitely faked the moon landings. There's enough videos on that. And they've always that.
I'm going to ask a question that I started with.
They lie to you once, they'll lie to you again.
Yeah. No, look, once a liar, always a liar. You fool me once, hang on, what is it? Fool me once, more for you. Fool me twice, I'm going to start getting angry. Fool me three times, I'm an idiot.
Exactly. It could make people sceptics, but...
Yeah. I'm going to ask a question again. And it's not a trick question, right? And this is open to Tom and to Sharon, okay?
Yeah.
Give me one fact that proves the Earth is flat.
Well, basically, I'm going from the Bible now, in all honesty. I'm not a Bible buster. I'm not going to whack it over your head or anything like that. But basically, I'm going by... There's over 60 scriptures within the Bible that are quoting that the Earth basically is aimed at it's being flat. I mean...
Give me one.
Okay, I'll give you one. Isaiah 40:22.
Yeah. What does it say?
Isaiah 40:22. God sits on the roof of the earth. We're like grasshoppers. The skies are stretched out like a curtain, spread out like a tent.
You're using that...
But that's just
to prove the Earth is flat.
That's one. And we live within basically the Earth is flat, but we've got a dome that's over the top of the surface of the Earth.
Sweet. Goodness gracious me, that came from nowhere. Who's put... The dome is from God?
Yes. Iain, it's him.
Ian.
I'm Ian, Tom. You believe that this Big Bang crap all as well?
I do tend to believe science. I do tend to believe science and fact, over the Bible.
Science isn't fact, though, is it?
Science is real. Science is real.
Science fiction, exactly. We're just sort of aimed towards believing everything that we're told scientifically when people...
But the thing about science is, it can be... You can test it and prove it, can't you?
Well, not always, no. I think that sometimes we're blinded by what scientists have actually telling us.
But we
just take it as read.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But I would rather believe science than that beautiful passage you read from the Bible.
Okay, well, try trusting your own gut, believe in your own gut.
I do. I'm trusting
the world's moving. See how you think about it. Imagine you haven't been told that the world's a globe, like since you were a little kid.
Yeah, in the old days when people were idiots. Yeah.
We're actually not spinning around them. We're not orbiting anywhere. It's the moon and the sun that's orbiting us, basically, as well. That's what I believe.
And again, I'm sorry to keep pressing for facts, and I know it's really inconvenient, but
how can we prove it? I mean, can you fund us to
can we go
out a rocket or something?
Fund you?
You know, you've got to question it. Whether you got,
yeah. But I can prove to you now, using science and facts, that the Earth is round.
They went to the moon.
No, that's not what we're talking about. I can prove to you.
It's round.
Yeah, but you're going
I'm going by facts. I'm going by facts.
Can you prove it's round?
Yes.
Go on then.
Right.
How?
When you sit on the beach.
Yeah.
And you look out to sea.
I know what you're going to say now. I think the ship going over the horizon.
Yeah. You don't see a tiny.
Perspective. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, well, you get a modern day.
Can I finish it, guys? Can I finish it? Just because the listener at home may not be as quick as you two are.
Sorry.
Right? No, it's fine. Just that we've got listeners at home and they may not be as genned up on all this stuff as you obviously are. When I've done this because I sit on the beach on Greece and I look out to sea. Yeah. And when I see a ship coming, and sometimes I have binoculars if I'm staying at my family. When I see a ship coming, I don't see all of a tiny ship getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? I see the top of the ship's funnel. Then I see, as it's coming towards me, I see a little bit more of the ship's funnel. Then I might see the second funnel that's next to it. And then as the ship is coming closer towards me, more of it is revealed. It's not a tiny ship getting bigger. It's the top of a ship, and the rest of it is being revealed as it comes closer to you.
That would have happened if it was a great long plane. Exactly the same would happen if it was a long plane.
What do you mean a plane? What do you mean? No, it wouldn't.
If it was just a ever going plane, yeah.
Yes, flat.
A ship coming in the horizon in the distance, you'd see exactly the same.
No, you wouldn't. You'd see all of the ship, but tiny, and then you'd see all of the ship getting bigger and bigger.
No, you don't.
Yeah, well, you would, because if it was flat, you'd just see the ship in the distance, right? All of it. If it was curved, you'd see it coming over the curve. You'd see the top.
No, it doesn't work like that, because it's that far.
Does it not?
You sort of look at how they do the corridors of perspection, and they kind of, and they get smaller and that. No, you're wrong there, Ian.
Okay, well that's one fact that you're not buying.
Well, I don't think you proved it, but yeah.
But I've given you. Here's the thing.
When obviously, good try. Basically, if you are on the beach and you're looking over the sea, watching a ship go over the horizon, basically it doesn't. If you've got yourself a pair of binoculars, you could see that ship and it's still flat. No. I mean, if it was going curving, you know, it would disappear, but...
It does disappear. I've seen it.
You can get it back. You can get it back.
But you can get it back with a zoom, basically.
You can get it back with a zoom. You can get it back with a zoom.
Yeah, nowadays, we used to just think it went...
Hey, what about the stars?
Well, the stars...
They move around us.
The stars move around us. And how do you know this? Is that from the Bible?
Well, if you believe that you're on a flat Earth, then everything moves around you. Not the opposite way around. We're not moving around them, they're moving around us.
What about...
what would be so special? I mean, we've got music, we've got...
Music?
You know, television. What wouldn't we have nice, perfect Earth set around us? And why would it be some spinning in some galaxy, millions of trillions of, you know...
I don't understand your point, Tom. I'm not sure you do.
No, I don't think it does.
By the way, can I just say to the people listening, hang on.
There's two sides to
Sharon?
There's two sides to a moon as well, basically, right? There's the dark side and the side that you see as well.
Yeah.
Do we ever see the dark side of the moon?
Well, no, we can't. It doesn't face us.
Doesn't that suggest that
That's convenient.
the moon might be flat?
It is convenient, isn't it?
There's a lot of convenience. They make a lot of things convenient. It's convenient. Gravity's very convenient now. It's just you can't see it, but it just pulls everything.
But then you can't see Wi-Fi. Are you going to start questioning Wi-Fi?
No, because I see it works.
Right. Well, I see gravity works. I see gravity works.
No, this is not gravity. It's working it. Someone else is working it.
What is working it? Magic.
The magnetic, just basic density and buoyancy.
Density and buoyancy
on the Earth.
Density and buoyancy and magnetics.
Yeah, I mean,
I just have to say to my listeners, this is I'm speaking to Sharon and Tom. I am not speaking to Jake Yapp or Alex Lowe. These are genuine people who I met I met Sharon on Facebook, and she seems like an absolutely delightful lady.
I seem so. I'm delightful no more then.
Sorry.
I'm not delightful.
Oh no! I'm saying you're a delightful lady, and you know, and I'm now a Facebook friend with you, and that you are absolutely genuine, because there will be some people that will think you're genuine. Okay, how can you explain that right now it's 10:20 here, but in Los Angeles, California, it'll be 2:20 in the afternoon? How do you explain that?
Well, that's the way it's kind of like the way the sun and the moon are a lot smaller than what they tell you.
Right. How big is the sun?
And they're not trillions of miles away from us. They're just for this planet, and they're kind of going like a maypole, like a yin-yang sign around this disc.
Yeah.
Meaning, when one's on the one side of the world, which is like the UN flag.
Yes.
That's your day and night, and I've done a little bit of research.
That doesn't make sense, though, because if the sun was up in the air, it's daytime. It would be daytime everywhere. If we're a round disc and the sun is up in the air, it's daytime everywhere.
It's not as big as they're telling you.
How big is it?
Not the opposite way around.
Yeah, there was revolving around. How big is the sun? I mean, is it like football?
You can work it out, really. Cause, when you take a picture and you can see the sunlight coming through the clouds and that. That's not coming from bazillion, million, trillion miles away.
Is your entire argument based on that 5-minute explanation video as to why the sun, the Earth is flat?
No. Well, in fact, there's a lot of fact involved. There's a lot of.
So how big is the sun? I mean, is it the size of a football?
How long is the spring, really? I mean, we're going to know that unless
the sun's the same size. The sun is the same size as the moon.
Right, and how big is the moon?
As big as the sun.
as big as they've ever recorded it, as big as they say it is on file, whatever.
The reason
we'll go with that.
Yeah, the reason, dear listener, I'm not talking about photographs of the Earth from space by NASA is because I'm already assuming that Tom and Sharon, you think that all photographs of this planet from space are fake, because it would be of course.
The paintings, they've even got sex on one of the
what?
One video is saying they've got sex written in the cloud lining.
Sex?
Yes. Research it and you'll find out that it does actually say sex. And Pluto's another thing. It actually
sex
does look
in the
like
clouds?
Written in the cloud formation.
It says sex.
They've been using the clone tool, but then somewhere they've done their own little sex in it. Probably just got a bit lazy in that one, just for
we'll just try and convince them like a lot more bull crap really going on, and just stick sex in it. The sex out, isn't it?
Or it could be a coincidence.
Yeah. We've been talking for 25 minutes, and I'm really enjoying talking to you both, and I hope you're enjoying talking to me, because I really am.
Yeah, definitely.
But you've not given me one single fact yet. And that's kind of I've given you facts, and you've disputed the facts, but you've not given me one single fact. You give me a beautiful quote from the Bible, the Old Testament, I think. You've told me, you've given me you've not given me one fact to prove that the Earth is flat.
Well, they've actually tested. They've been telling us. NASA have been telling us for years that the moonlight is from basically the reflection from the sun.
Right.
Well, they've actually, due to all this excitement coming up and that, they've tested the shade and the moonlight, and then they've tested the heat and the shade, the air temperature and the shade, and they found out the moonlight is a lot colder. Well, it's colder, and it creates its own light. So really, I'm just I suppose our proof is just going on all their rubbish they're telling you. You know, just you believe the opposite.
Yeah. Again,
through the looking glass.
struggling to give me a fact.
Well, can you give us facts, 100% facts? You're just going by what you've been told and what you've been told.
Well, I've given you a fact that I've seen. I've given you a fact that I've seen with my own eyes, and you
So
don't believe that.
Okay.
We've talked about gravity, and you don't.
2 years back, I did a zero-G flight, basically.
Say that again, Sharon.
And you're looking at some years now. But I did go on a zero-G flight, and it looked terribly flat from up there, I'm telling you now. And I've also done a couple of parachute jumps in my time as well. And it's definitely flat.
Definitely flat. Why are NASA lying to us?
Well, because I think a lot of them are Freemasons, and that's a secret society. So they've probably got enough secrets they can keep. You know, that they can hide. So why not? Also, I think it's money, isn't it? You know, we're funding all their space missions and that.
Every bit of their everything they do. Basically, people are funding them, and that's what they're after is the money.
Yeah.
And also, they don't want to try and change things to make it look like they've been telling lies, porcupines, for all these years, saying that people have landed on the moon and gone into space.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, let's say we've got satellites.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a decent telescope. I've took images of the moon and stuff like that. And yes, it's
Can I ask a question that someone's just tweeted me? You know, you talked about sex written in the sky.
Yes.
Are you talking about that bit from The Lion King?
No.
There's a famous and I've been sent the picture of it. There's a famous
I
still
know the one
from
now.
the cartoon The Lion King where you can see the word sex written in the stars. Are you talking about that?
Could be the same person, because I think Disney and NASA are linked.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
I reckon they fund each other.
Sex Maniac on the loose.
Sex Maniac with Pluto the dog.
No,
Yeah,
but
wouldn't he?
about that one. There's someone as yeah, I know the one you're
So
on
hang
about,
on
yeah.
a second, Sharon.
Yeah, no, mate.
You went zero gravity.
Yes.
So what happened? How come there was zero gravity if you don't believe in gravity?
Well, I was just saying that's what the flight was called. Basically, I just think it's basically the thrust of the plane and going so fast and so high and dropping down. You know, like you get air pockets when you're on a plane.
Yeah.
And basically, I think they take you to a point where
there's no gravity.
Air pockets,
air
basically.
air pockets. Okie doke. But no facts.
Well, you're
not
same as you guys, because
no, I've given you facts.
You think it looks like it comes out of
Donald Trump thinks we live on a flat Earth. Basically,
Does Donald Trump think we live on a flat Earth?
Yes.
Well, at least we can say we told everyone so when it comes out, just like the NASA space. What's known.
How about right? Because I've been on the top. Have you been to Telecom Tower, BT Tower? It's brilliant.
Yes. You want to about the one in Birmingham?
No. Well, there's one in London. There's one in Birmingham, but there's one in London that's taller, right? And I've stood up there, right?
Does it look flat?
Well, it did look flat. I'll give you that.
Oh, thank you very much.
It looked flat. Yeah, I'll give you that. But I looked through a really powerful telescope up there.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
Did you get one of those sort of ones that are on the beach when you look through?
I couldn't see France or America.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but then
Ooh, Tom's there. Tom's wobbling there. Tom's wobbling. Tom's wobbling.
Anything could have been affecting that, but
well, what could have been affecting it? You said anything could be. Why couldn't I see France or America or Japan if the Earth is flat and I had a strong enough telescope? Why couldn't I see that? Hang on, let Tom answer this. Sharon, let Tom answer this.
Let's go, really.
Go on, Tom. Go on. Shut up, Sharon. Let Tom answer. Come on, Tom.
Go on, then, Tom.
Go on.
But yeah. No. I think probably stormy seas, I don't know.
Stormy seas? Stormy seas. So I was on top, Telecom Tower, with a really powerful telescope, and the reason I couldn't see, not even Japan or America, let's say Paris.
You see a big building waving at you saying, hello, it's on France.
I did not see any people with stripy jerseys and onions around their neck.
It's like
almost as if the Earth was curved and you can't see that far.
Perception. The more you think about it, you can't say it.
Well,
yeah,
the fisheye lenses that they use, basically, as well. This is what people are, you know, the convenience that the world's round is because NASA use fisheye lenses, and also in planes, if you notice, it's always fisheye-shaped windows and stuff like that. I mean, if you look at the NASA video that we've got on our YouTube channel...
Yeah. What is your YouTube channel, Sharon, so people can go and have a look?
You know, it's going to sound like we're going to call ourselves Tossers, but no, it's Tozza, Tango, Oscar, Zulu, Alpha, UK.
Okay, Tozza, UK. And it's and I know you've got a load of videos on there. If people want to go and have a little wander around.
And I love the one at the moment that I've not long put on about basically NASA's conspiracy theories and stuff like that. I mean, it cracked me up when I watched it. I mean, you know, on the ISS space station, basically, there, you know, the door. If you watch it. Like, as if they're going to put that sort of crap, basically, into space. Any meteorite could, like, wipe out the most tiniest meteorite. It's like plug and play, basically. They're plug and playing games up there, if they're up there, which they're not up there.
No. Well, Sharon, can I ask, when did the covers fall from your eyes? When did you go from thinking the Earth was round to believing it was flat?
Well, I've always thought, I don't know, little conspiracies and stuff like that as regarding with NASA, and my friends and myself, we had a good little chat about it and research. So we sort of like took it from there, basically, and started researching about it.
And when you say researching...
I have got a faith, I do believe in God.
When you say researching, do you just mean, you mean like watching videos on YouTube?
No, not just that. We've done our own little experiments as well.
Go on, well, give us an experiment that we can do.
Get yourself a tennis ball.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll pass you on to Tommy, he'll tell you.
Oh, go on, Tom, give us an experiment we can do at home to prove the Earth is flat. Go on.
Do you know what? I know it sounds crazy, but the reason I went with it was because it was... I was just arguing. We was having a debate, and we weren't watching anything. It was just I was saying I don't think they can get past the Van Allen belts because the radiation just can do, you know.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
So give us an experiment we can do. I can do with my boys tomorrow to prove to show them the Earth is flat.
To show that the Earth is flat.
Yeah, well, we did it with a tennis ball. Yeah, you did. Well, not flat, but just
just one experiment I can do with my two children tomorrow to show them that the Earth is flat.
Okay. Well, you can do what you can do like a little mini over the horizon thing with by yourself if you like.
Yeah.
By getting some cardboard.
Yep.
Putting an object on a table, which I don't know, a cereal box.
Yeah.
A long table though.
Yeah.
Bear in mind.
Yeah.
And then film it and watch it. Watch how it goes down. It will almost look like it's going down on a curve.
Use the lamp as the light.
And that might start you off. That might...
Well, hang on, so I put a box of cornflakes on the table and film it, and that will show my boys the Earth is flat.
No.
I think you missed a bit out there, Tom.
Film it, yeah. Well, okay. And look at it straight onwards, yeah?
And use the lamp.
I was doing it with the lamp. We did it with the lamp.
Do it with the lamp, yeah.
You're moving a lamp along really along the surface, like, and kind of...
using the light from the... the lamp as the sun, basically, to symbolise the sun.
Yes.
And use that to basically obscure your vision, to make
and when the light bulb went out of view, it looked like it just as the sun does, and it goes off in the distance. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, I can do that. I'll do that with the boys tomorrow when I pick them up.
And also tennis ball as well. You can use a tennis ball.
Well, that's the gravity. Because I think the whole thing is basically whether you believe in gravity.
Circle. If you're going to be obviously you can use a tennis ball, dip it in water.
Yes.
It's all going to drip off, isn't it?
But
that's about the gravity, isn't it?
But that doesn't.
It won't, because it's about the circumference.
But that doesn't prove. What does water dripping off a tennis ball prove?
Well, if the Earth was round, then all our water will just fall off and go into whatever, space, NASA's space.
But the water doesn't fall off the flat Earth because there are ice walls at the edge all around the world.
Ice walls at the edges of each side.
Wow. Okay.
All the way round.
All right.
We're spinning round. Yeah, that works on a flat Earth, but it doesn't work on a globe, does it? So basically,
the ice walls wouldn't work on a globe. No, so that would prove the Earth is flat.
No,
but how can water stay on a severe? And when you go basically on a plane or a ship, are you going round in corners? You know what I mean? Oh, hey, we found the edge. We found that round bit, and we're just going to go upside down to go to Australia.
Well, no, because it's gravity.
But you say gravity, but...
Yeah, it's gravity.
Yeah, that was just meant... They're saying that was just... that just fit everything. It's basically... I believe it in the supernatural. It's saying, oh, no, it doesn't do that because of gravity.
Well, yeah, because, the law... The basic scientific principle of gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen...
Well, what about a balloon? Yeah. A balloon doesn't pull to gravitate. It just goes off, doesn't it?
What, with helium in? Because helium is lighter than air.
I mean, we're full of hot air, and we've not...
Helium is lighter than air. Beach balls are affected by gravity, yes. You throw them up in the air, it comes back down.
Well, what goes up must
But that's just buoyancy and density.
Yeah. Listen, give us your YouTube channel again, Sharon, so people can have a look.
Yeah, it's Tozza. I know it sounds like Tosser. I do apologise.
Why did you pick
it's
that?
A mixture between Tom and Shaz.
Okay.
Tozza UK.
TOZZA UK, and it's on YouTube, and you got a load of videos on there, and I really...
Yeah, loads of videos, a load of crap, to people.
Yeah.
Awesome facts, really, awesome, real, true facts.
Listen, I really appreciate you both coming on this evening. Really nice to talk to you, and I appreciate your time.
Yeah, nice to talk to you too.
And you too.
Thank you, Sharon.
Get enlightened soon.
Nice one.
How's your thing going with your Through the Rabbit Hole?
Oh yeah, it's going all right. It's going all right. We're doing another one soon. So people seem to be enjoying it, and
yeah, it's quite good. We've been listening.
Oh, bless you.
You're not a total skeptic on things.
Sorry.
So you're not a total skeptic if you're looking.
Oh, I question everything, Tom. I question everything. Listen, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to crack on with the show. Thank you so much for coming on tonight, both of you.
Thank you.
Cheers, Sharon. Cheers, Tom. Thank you very much indeed. They were delightful, weren't they? I enjoyed them. Absolutely lovely. I've missed 2 breaks. I'm so sorry. I lost track of the time there and got totally caught up in all of that. You're more than welcome to call in about that. Or anything else you want to call in. 0344 499 1000. Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
The wild man of late night radio is back.
Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Stuart says that flat earth garbage was the most boring 35 minutes of radio I have ever heard. You can do better, Iain Lee. Thanks, Stuart. It was 40 minutes. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Good evening, Angela.
Hi, Iain. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Angela. How are you?
You sound well.
Yes.
You sound better.
Yes. Got a week off next week, so I'm feeling fine.
Good. You deserve
I deserve a week off.
Yeah, I just got a few points about what they're trying to say.
Yes.
They didn't mention earthquakes. So for one, when the earthquakes change, they go slide, don't they? They slide under the earth. So if the earth is flat, they go the other way, flat ways, on top.
If the earth was flat, they'd go the other way, flat ways on top. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I should have mentioned the earthquakes. Yeah. I forgot.
Yeah, a lot of earthquakes, and if it was flat, they would go the other way.
Yeah.
And some of us get vertigo. How did they explain that when...
You've been indoctrinated, Angela. It's a myth. It's a myth. NASA has made you think you get vertigo.
I'll get it back.
Yeah.
And I get a few dizzy spells in the heat.
Yeah.
What was the one I was going to say? I can't think of the other one now, but there was another one I was interested in, but I forgot what it was now. Sorry.
It don't matter. Do you want me to give you 30 seconds thinking time, would that help you if I gave you 30 seconds?
No, I'm all right.
Let me give you 30 seconds, and let's just see. Hang on, here we go. It's 30 seconds. The crackling you can hear there is because the technical department don't think there's any crackling. They don't think that there is anything wrong with the lead that plugs into my computer, and that crackling doesn't exist.
No.
Did you think of it, Angela?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, one of them was, the moon business.
Yes.
We didn't go to the moon because Richard Nixon was in trouble with his political career, so he had to make something up.
Oh, yeah, to divert...
Yeah,
Tricky Dicky, to divert from his shenanigans, he faked the moon landings.
Yeah. Because I was into him.
What?
We lived over there, and the president...
You were into him?
No, we lived over there.
Oh, right.
And we thought that at the time when we...
There is a theory, Angela, and I need to look into this a bit more. As well as flat earthers, and I'll investigate getting these on the show when I get back, there are people that think the earth is round, but that it's hollow. And that in the hollow earth, Nazis live. And when I say Nazis, I don't mean the kind you get on Twitter. I mean proper swastika, Handy Hock! Proper German Nazis from World War II living inside the hollow earth.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen that programme on Sky about Hitler being alive after the war?
Oh, no, I haven't.
That was good.
We'll see if we can get Hitler on for an interview one night. Thank you, Angela. Evening, Malcolm.
Oh, hello, Ian. I enjoyed that conversation. I thought it was a bit enlightening, but I would just like to say to them, I didn't get a chance to ask them, I was going to say, if you go outside in your back garden and look up at the night sky, would you say that the moon was flat, or would you say that...
Yeah, isn't, as they said, isn't it convenient we've never seen the dark side of the moon? So, yeah, the moon looks flat.
The moon looks flat. It doesn't look flat to me. It looks round.
Yeah, it looks like a record. It looks like a 7-inch single.
Oh, I see where you're coming from.
So it's round, but it's flat. Yeah, CD if you want. Yeah, I don't like to say CD.
I think there must. I don't know.
Prove to me the moon is spherical. Prove it.
Well, I can't. I haven't been there.
No, exactly. So maybe what they were saying wasn't as nonsensical as we first thought.
Maybe. They sound a bit like the Mennonites. The Mennonite people from America and the Amish community. They don't believe in all that kind of thing. They don't believe we can fly in planes and stuff. They refuse to do that.
Well,
a bit odd.
We have no proof that the moon. We have no proof that the moon is spherical and that it is as far away and as big as NASA tell us. We don't have that. We don't have that proof.
Oh, absolutely not.
So maybe let's just peel away a bit of it. Maybe NASA has been lying about the moon being spherical.
Mm-hmm.
I can't prove now that the moon is a sphere. I can prove it's round and it looks flat. That's all I've got. How many men have been on the moon? 7, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's about 7.
Not many.
7, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're just taking the word of 7 men against 7 billion people? Of course not. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Again,
you can't argue it, can you, Malcolm? You cannot argue it.
Obviously, you see photographs, you look at the night sky, you see stars,
the stars are moving around us.
The stars are moving around us?
Yeah, the stars are moving around us, and the moon is circular but flat, like a record or a CD.
Right, I'll have to go with that then, I suppose, but...
You haven't got an argument against it, have you?
Oh, well, I can't. I have never been there, so I can't prove it.
Malcolm, thank you very much indeed. Only 7 men have been on the moon. and they're people who are getting dollar from the organisation that is apparently lying to us. Suddenly, it sort of starts to make a little bit more sense, doesn't it? Let's go to Marty in Canada. Evening, Marty.
Hi, Ian. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. What you got for us, boss?
I just wanted to let you know there's been 12 people who have landed on the moon.
Well, 5-7 wasn't that? Okay, can you name them all?
I can't, but I can give you some evidence as to why the moon is spherical.
Go.
So one, during solar eclipses, the sun's shadow is always nearly circular. The only geometric object that can yield a near circular eclipse in any orientation is a spheroid.
Right, what's that in English? I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, basically, if you just look at the eclipse, any eclipse that will show you that the moon is spherical.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't. It just shows you. Well, no, it doesn't show you. How does it show you it's spherical? Shows you it's round.
Well, I guess. Well, how about this?
Right. First one down. Strike one. Let's go on to strike two.
Right.
Go on.
Strike two. The terminator of the moon, which is the boundary between the day side and the night side, if it's viewed from Earth, is always arc-shaped. So only spheroids can show such an edge in any orientation. That's a scientific fact.
Hang on. Say that again.
So, from the boundary of the day side and the night side...
Of what? The moon?
The moon, yeah. Viewed from Earth is always arc-shaped, and only a spheroid...
When I look at the moon, I see a round circle, like a 10-penny piece in the sky. That's it. I don't have any sense of perspective of how big it is, or whether it's spherical at all. All I see is a circle. You are not proving to me that the moon... God, we've set ourselves a challenge, haven't we? You are not proving to me, Martin, and I appreciate you calling from Canada, and so I'm going to be polite. But...
Okay, thank you very much.
No, Canada's the good America.
I can't see you, by the way. You know how they were saying before that you could see... Toronto. You could see Chicago from Toronto.
Apparently
I can tell you that's not true.
Apparently so.
It's not true.
But you have yet to prove to me that the moon is spherical. Strike two. Let's go on to the third point.
Okay, so the third one, this is the last one. It's more theoretical. So basically, the lowest gravitational potential energy of particles, they're only achieved when they form a sphere as opposed to a disk.
Yes.
So it's possible for smaller collections of particles to withstand that force of gravity. But the counteraction
gravity doesn't exist.
Aggregate into non-spherical shapes.
Well, gravity doesn't exist, and you're talking about particles. Well, how is some particles going to prove the moon is spherical? I'm sorry, Marty. Wow. It's strike three. And he's out!
Strike three, I'm out.
He's out, Marty. Thank you very much indeed. People listening in Canada, how wonderful is that? Evening, Robert.
Evening, Ian. How are you, pal?
I'm good, thank you very much indeed.
Listening to those poor people, Tom and Sharon, saying about the Earth not being round.
Yep.
If you look at the space station, the photographs, when you see the live video feed of the space station, why...
Hang on a minute, Robert.
Go on.
You believe in the space station?
Yeah, of course I do. What's wrong with that? I've seen it through a telescope.
Yeah, mate. Okay, of course you have. And you could see the bloke waving through the window, could you?
I'm not that clever.
No, you looked through a telescope, you saw a bright star. Well done. We have no evidence that that space station actually exists.
Fair enough, but I believe what I believe, and I don't believe those two people for starters. But secondly,
facts. Give me facts, Robert. Prove to me the moon is not a flat circle like a 10p piece.
If you look at the moon in the daytime in a blue sky, you can see the whole of the. You can see the moon.
You can't see the whole of the moon, mate. That's impossible.
If you have a clear night,
it's night time now. It was daytime a minute ago, and now it's night time.
No, if you look in the moon in the daytime, you can see the moon sometimes in a clear blue sky.
Yeah, daytime moon, as I call it. We like a daytime moon.
If you look at it, you can see that it's
daytime moon gonna shine like a spoon. What was that? What song's that? Daytime moon gonna shine like a spoon. You won't regret it. You better get it. Put your hat on. That's it on my face.
There is photographs on the net as well. If you put blue daytime moon, you can see it as a
I've seen the daytime moon in real life. Not tonight, Catherine. Oh, she's typing the answer on my screen. I'll be your baby tonight. I've seen the daytime moon, but it's flat.
I have seen it flat, but I've also seen it as a globe as well. I've seen it
How can you see? You can't see it as a globe.
You can. I've seen it on Blackpool Tower.
You've seen the moon. Well, how can you see it's a globe? That's impossible.
It's not impossible.
Unless you go and... Well, okay, you can't even see that the Earth is a globe, and we're stood on it. I'm starting to agree with Tom and Sharon. This is incredible.
But I have seen the moon as shaped like a football, seriously.
But you can't see that. Not the Blackpool Tower isn't that tall that you can... You're not that much closer to the moon.
When you've had a clear night, and it's been a clear night,
yes.
You see the stars and the moon.
Yes.
Before the moon disappears to the other side of the world and does its nighttime job on the other side, in the daytime, I have seen the moon looking like a football. You can see all the craters and everything in the daytime.
You can feel the craters?
Yes, you can, trust me.
Mate, of course you can see the craters, but then there are craters on Earth, and the Earth is flat. What?
But the Earth is... Oh, my God. What? You've sounded as bad as them too now.
Wait a minute. But no one... Right, Robert, thank you for that, mate. I appreciate it. Cool. Can anybody... I'm going nuts here. Can anybody prove to me that the moon is spherical? We can't, can we? Flippin' heck, Tom and Sharon, what have you done to me? Maybe. I've been enlightened. Who knows? Prove to me, dear listener. Martin Sweetheart, I'll come to you after the news. 0344 499 1000. Prove to me, dear listener, that the moon is spherical. Also, is Neil the luckiest name to have if you're a pop or you want to be a pop or a rock star? I can't think of any name that is more successful in pop and rock than the first name Neil. 0344 499 1000. Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Late Night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Martin?
Yeah.
You've been kind enough in the past...
Yeah.
...to sing to me.
Okay.
I was wondering, Martin, sweetheart...
Yeah.
If I could sing to you.
Yeah, no problem.
You sure?
Yeah, that'll be nice.
I'm going to sing a little tune.
Okay.
And, well, you let me know what you think at the end of it, all right?
All right, then.
Okay, well, let's, here we go. Here we go. This is for you, Martin.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Stacy's mom has got it.
I'm not singing that bit.
Stacy's
you ready?
Yeah.
Ready? For Martin. Stacey, can I come over after school? After school. We can hang around by the pool. Did your mum get back from her business trip? Is she there or is she trying to give me the slip? Give me the slip. You know I'm not that little boy that I used to be. I'm all grown up now, baby, can't you see? Stacey's mum has got it going on. She's all I want and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see that you're not the girl for me? I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacey's mum. Yeah? You enjoying it?
Yeah, I am.
Well, you sit there, my love. I'm going to do another verse. Here we go. Stacey, do you remember when I mowed your lawn? Your mum came out with just a towel on. I could tell she liked me from the way that she stared. And the way she said, you missed a spot over there. And I know that you think it's just a fantasy, but since your dad walked out, your mum could use a guy like me. Stacey's mum has got it going on. She's all I want and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see that you're not the girl for me? I know I might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacey's mum. A little bit more to go, Martin. You enjoying it?
Yeah.
There we go. A little instrumental break. I'll come in and I'll repeat the chorus, and then we'll have our chat after. Okay?
Yeah, all right.
Excuse me. I've just got to finish this off. Here we go. She's got it. Hang on, here we go. She's got it going on. Waited and waited. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacey's mum. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacey's mum.
Goodness me. Have you ever had laryngitis?
Sorry?
Have you ever suffered laryngitis?
What makes you say that?
No, hitting those notes as you have done is quite incredible.
Thank you very much indeed, Martin.
Amazing, that.
Dedicate that to you and to all the MILFs. Now, Martin!
No, you know the flat earth, how...
I was practising that all the way in my car. It popped up an iPod Shuffle, and I thought, oh, I'll have that tonight. I will do that tonight.
You've got a fantastic voice.
Thank you.
Voice.
Thank you. It's strong, yeah, strong. I like that. Very,
you must
very
have a
strong.
lot of testosterone, because that's what I'm lacking.
A lot of what?
You must have a lot of testosterone.
Testosterone?
To hit them notes and stuff.
Yeah, and a very powerful voice.
I bet you've got a powerful beard, haven't you? Does your beard grow quick?
The beard grows quick. I've shaved it down to a goatee. I'm wearing a goatee for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
Next week, I'm going to shave it down to a YMCA moustache.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shave it down to a dad moustache. Yeah. Then I'm going to shave it to a Oliver Hardy moustache.
Do you know, sweetheart? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a beard, right, and I've had it for 14 years.
Now that surprises me.
But the thing is,
on your face,
my beard. When I ask men how long it could take to grow this beard, they would say for about 3 months.
Oh.
It's took me 14 years to grow this.
Some people can't grow beards. Isn't that weird?
It's amazing, yeah. I've got a cousin who's the same.
Stick with it. 14
years without, because I don't need to shave it. I just, that's a blessing.
Maybe I could give you some of my testosterone.
I think I need some,
I'll put some in a jiffy and send it over.
That'll be fantastic.
Okay, my pleasure. What you got for us, Martin?
About this flat Earth, you see, how's about rainbows? Because a rainbow follows the curvature of the Earth.
What makes you say that?
Because the light, when you look at a rainbow, it's brighter in the middle, in the heart of the rainbow.
Well, a rainbow is curved like a horseshoe magnet, but that doesn't prove the Earth is round.
Yeah, but because if you look into a rainbow, it forms a bridge, and the light inside is a lot brighter than outside it. Now, if the Earth was flat, there'd be nothing. The reflection to make the light brighter in the centre would be a whole lot different. There'd be too much, because nature is lazy. Nature always finds.
Nature is so lazy.
Yeah,
I've often said that lazy nature.
Yeah, it's just like if you look at the moon as well, sometimes you get sundogs or you get like a halo around the moon.
Yes.
And that's always around because you see, if the Earth was flat, you would ordinarily see...
Prove to me, Martin, sweetheart, prove to me that the moon is spherical and not flat.
Because like Marty from Canada says also, it's the moon dog. What? If you look at you get like, sometimes on a full moon, you get like a circle that forms round the moon. Yes. And I think it's called a moon dog. You get sun dogs if the clouds are if the clouds and the sun are in a certain position. You get little bits of rainbow sticking out around sides of the sides of the sun. So it's something to do with sun dogs and moon dogs. That's the way you can...
What the hell is a sun dog or moon dog? Hey, do you know what I fancy now that you've said that? And I don't know how I've made the connection. There was a connection. Yeah. I fancy a Knickerbocker Glory.
What? Is that a drink or something?
Oh, mate, you get a long, tall glass, right? About 10 inches tall. Okay. You put in some jelly, you put in some strawberries, you put in some ice cream, you put in some melons, you put in some more ice cream, you put in some strawberry juice, you put in some pile it up on the top, and then you get spray can on the top, and then you put hundreds of thousands on. That's what I fancy.
What's it called? The Knickerbocker Glory?
Knickerbocker Glory!
Can you get them in supermarkets?
You can get them generally. You know, places like British burger places. So places like Wimpy, the Golden Egg, Jenny's. You'll get them in places like that.
Oh, I'm going to have to try that, I'll get my sister to try it, because me and my sister, we're into sweet puddings and stuff and
I bet
sweet.
you love a sweet...
Do you
Honestly,
still eat sweet, darling?
I do, and I tell you what, my favourite dessert, and I had this the other day, and I found a place just around the corner from me that does it, and they don't ask questions anymore.
Yeah.
Favourite dessert? Hot apple pie. It works with apple crumble, but I prefer apple pie. Yeah. Hot apple pie. Hot custard. Cold ice cream on the top.
Oh, sounds fantastic.
It is beautiful, Martin.
I'm not supposed to eat stuff like this, but I'm addicted to sugar and stuff, so I must try this Knickerbocker Glory. That's my next adventure.
Oh, can I tell you what, Martin?
Yeah.
When you have a Knickerbocker Glory, darling, would you phone me up and tell me what it was like?
Oh, definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's if I can manage to handle the phone, because I've probably put on so much weight. But
they are
imagine
very
me sat on
naughty.
a settee trying to get the phone to my mouth. I'll be that fat, but it sounds absolutely gorgeous.
No. Martin, it's lovely to talk to you as per usual. Evening, Mark.
Ian.
Yes.
Hello, sir. You all right?
I'm good, thank you.
Has it been a good night tonight?
Sorry?
Has it been a good show tonight?
I can't be the judge of that, but if I were the judge of that, yes. Can I just say thank you to ITV for putting out absolute crap at 10 o'clock because they've got this new show called The Nightly Show or The Daily Show, whatever it's called, right? It's made by the same... It's the idea of a bloke called Kevin Ligo. He's the same person that came up with the idea for the 11 o'clock show. He's obsessed with doing shows throughout the week late at night. And it's tanking terribly, and it's pushing my listening figures up. So, Kevin... Thank you. You may have stopped me from working at Channel 4.
Is this the Welling thing?
Yeah, it's the Welling thing. What have you got for us, Mark?
I've got nothing at all. I just want to chat on the way home from a night out.
Where have you been on a night out?
My friend and Chris and myself have been out for... We were going to go and see Daniel Kitson tonight.
Oh, he's good, isn't he?
We were meant to see him at the Bill Murray, which is over in Islington, where you've been playing the...
was he there tonight?
He's there tonight, yeah.
Kitson's playing at the Bill Murray. That's a good booking for them, blimey.
Yeah, no, he's been doing some work in progress stuff over there.
Oh, fantastic.
It's good, but then we've been travelling back, and my friend Chris has been dying for a loo all the way home.
For a wee or a poo?
A wee.
Well, men can do it anywhere.
He's still here, though, so I'm going to put you across to him.
I don't really...
Hi, Ian.
So listen, I've just been sent a tweet, right?
Yeah.
That says that what I'm wearing on my face is not a goatee. It says, Andy says, sorry, mate, that's not a goatee. A goatee doesn't have the moustache bit.
Yeah, I think that's actually true.
Shut up.
The goatee goes around the chin and the moustache only.
What?
Goatee goes around your chin and the...
So if I've got a beard... If I've got a beard that goes from under my nose, you follow it round to the left, goes round the mouth, under the mouth, over the chin, back up round the other side, round the mouth to the nose again, that's not a goatee.
Sorry, stand corrected. Yeah, that is a goatee.
Right, so Andy...
Andy's a twat.
Well, yellow card. I wouldn't go... I'd say a twit, and I'm going to ask him to delete his account.
I said twit.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to ask him to delete his account, I think.
Yeah,
I'm going to report him to Twitter.
A real goatee. He's probably just got a bit of bum fluff on his chin. He's jealous.
If we can all report Andy to Twitter, then hopefully justice will be served.
Andy's probably only 12 years old.
Yeah, that might explain it. I bet he doesn't need to go for a wee like you do.
No, well, there is a serious issue, Ian, with some southeastern trains.
Yeah,
in that they don't have toilets on them.
No,
I mean that's disgraceful.
Yes.
In this day and age, I'm travelling for an hour on a train, and I don't even have the luxury of being able to go and pee in public.
Right.
Sorry, in private.
Yes.
I have to do it in public.
Yes.
That's terrible.
You should have went before you left.
I did. Oh. But, what's to say you don't need to go again?
Well, if you're... what are you, 27?
I wish.
What are you, 43?
39.
I'm miles out. I've lost my touch. I need a week off. Well, you should be able to hold it.
Yeah, I can, but...
Have you never whittled in the corner of a train when you've been absolutely desperate?
Not in the last 15 minutes, no.
Okay. Well, listen, I wish you the very best of luck. Literally nothing I can do to help you. 0344 499 1000. When we come back, we'll be talking about why Neil, the name Neil, is the most successful name in pop or rock. If you want your child to be a pop star or a rock star, name them Neil. Statistically, they will stand a much higher chance of having several number one hit records. 0344 499 1000, Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
Late Night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Very simple. Can you name any pop stars or rock stars that have got... Neil is the most common name. Shall we go through it? Yes. Well, now people are sending me pictures of Abraham Lincoln. Well, yeah, okay, that's Abraham Lincoln. I could probably do a good Abraham Lincoln impression if I really went for it. But I'm choosing not to. So, let's go through this. Neil Hannon. Okay, we're going to compile a list. And if anyone thinks... By the way, you know the rules, guys. You can call in about anything you want. I'm going to sit here and talk rubbish for the next 5-10 minutes. But you can call in about anything you want. 0344 499 1000. Good evening to everybody watching on the Periscope as well. The likers and indeed the haters. People listen to the show and watch it on Periscope that don't like me. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny. You're all welcome, though, because it all counts towards my figures. So may God bless you for that. Mark Thompson, the scientist, is I think his brain is falling apart. He's upset that we didn't get him on to explain why the Earth is indeed spherical. Mark, I'm afraid I've been enlightened. We'll get you on again, Mark, when you've done your little trip to the Arctic. 0344 499 1000. So, here we go, right? Let's compile a list of all the famous pop and rock stars, not actors or anything like that. I'm talking specifically in the world of music that are called Neil. Okay? Right. So, we got Hannon from the Divine Comedy, right? Diamond from the 70s, right? Young from the South. Actually, it's Canadian. Sedaka. Neil Sedaka. Imagine. Finn from Crowded House. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 for starters, just off the top of my head, right? If you can name any more Neils, brilliant, call in 0344 499 1000. Now try and think of a name, a more common first name in pop. Where are you going to go? Let's start with Paul. Right, Paul McCartney. Paul Young. That's it. There's only 2 Pauls. There's only 2 Pauls. Pop or rock? Pop or rock? Let's try John's. Lennon. John Lennon. John Legend. I'll give you, stretching it a bit, I'll give you that. John Lydon. It's 3. Let's write these down, because we're getting Lennon, Legend. Hang on a minute. Now, these all begin with L. So what does this tell us? If your name is John L., you might be in with a shot. Let's explore this theory. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Neil Tennant. I mean, it really is. Once you start looking into it, once you start exploring it, there really is something in this. There really is something in this. John Bon Jovi is being suggested, but I'm not going to allow that because he doesn't spell his name properly. He spells it Jon. So that's a bit stupid. Okay. So we got 6 Neils, 3 Johns. Okay. Where can we go now? Give us another name. Give us another name. You can't. I know. Hang on a minute. Sharon.
Hello, babes. Yeah. Basically, I wanted to call back in to say about Neil Armstrong. Yeah, but we're going for Neil.
Yeah, but he's what record? What hit did he have? Blue Moon. Joking. What? I'm talking about singers.
Would you believe they put a man on the moon?
For goodness sakes.
Man on the moon.
No, Sharon, you're being silly.
Yeah, you're being silly. You're being silly. Yeah, she was talking complete sense an hour ago. Now she's being silly, Tom.
Is it okay? She is, yeah. But is it okay if I just say something about a press comment? I was actually looking at pictures of the moon earlier on, and do you know what? They're not actually craters. If you kind of look at them and move your head around a little bit, you'll see that like bulges. They're it's like the opposite, where being inverted craters. And then I googled it and I tried to catch them out. I said, "Hello." I said.
Right, now you listen to the...
Google, why are they telling people why are NASA telling people
I don't know.
they're crazy to the moon when they're actually bulges? And we've kind of come up with because it's the Earth's gravity pulling on the moon, constantly tugging it, which is causing it to bulge out. And I just, what?
We have a scientist. We have a friend of the show, a guy called Mark Thompson, who was on the other day. People's Astro. He's on Twitter. He's brilliant, really nice bloke, and he is exploding with rage. Is that Mark on the line now? That's not our Mark. Okay, he is exploding on Twitter, thinking that you're talking complete and utter Horlicks.
Horlicks, yes, but it's not
well, that's how the brainwash people that bad. You know, with the Newton rubbish and all that. And,
Mark, hang on a minute.
Unimportant, and people just believe it, don't they? They're brainwashed. And
right. If I got a scientist on the line now, would you talk to him?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
All
right. But you play nice, okay? Because I've been nice to you. I mean, everyone's got to play nice, and I know you will.
Cool. I'd love to learn as myself as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen. Stay. Can you tell you what? Kath's going to call you back. I've just messaged him on Twitter to see if he wants to come on now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because he might not be able to, because I've just put him on the spot, and who knows? So, Kath, can you phone Sharon back? And Mark, I've just sent Mark a message, so let's see if I think he might be listening. So we'll see if he gets back, and we'll have them on together, huh? In the meantime, let's go to Ali. Evening, Ali.
Hi, it's Annie.
Annie, sorry. Can we change the screen to Annie, please? Thank you.
That's all right, I'll let you off.
Go on.
First of all, I just need to explain, there is no crackling. That's just the distortion that NASA sends to you to keep you confused so that you can get enlightened.
Oh, God, that's what it is. There's, secret messages in that noise.
It's not real crackling. They're distracting you with crackling.
That would explain it.
You don't get confused.
Then the technicians here at Talk Radio are absolutely right.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. All right.
That's how it works. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because it's a fascinating conversation because it's really difficult to argue against.
Yeah.
I choose not to believe that.
Yeah.
It almost, words become pointless. So the conversation becomes pointless when you've got one side of the argument listening to things and responding with, I'm choosing not to believe that.
But then both sides of the argument are guilty of that, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Once you've got an idea in your head, cognitive bias is what they call it. Once you've got an idea in your head, nothing anybody says is going to convince you out of that idea.
Yeah.
And so whichever side you're on, the same for all kinds of arguments, whether it's political or scientific or religious or whatever, whichever side you're on, you're never going to be convinced of the opposite side. I've never heard or witnessed or been part of a discussion where somebody said, you're absolutely right, I was wrong all along, now I understand.
Oh, but I would say I think it can do. My opinion has been shifted on subjects in the past, doing this job over the last 15 years.
Yeah.
It's been shifted. I'm not one of those presenters that will, resolutely stick to a point because I think and if someone comes up with evidence to the contrary of it, I go, I've been shifted, I think. I can't think of any examples.
No, exactly. You can't think of any examples. It's because of the crackling NASA have got you confused.
Yeah, that will be it. That will be it.
It's really difficult to concentrate on actual, real, enlightened ideas while NASA are crackling in your ears.
Okay. Annie, thank you very much for that. Sharon!
Hello.
I can't get hold of Mark. Mark has dropped off of Twitter, so unfortunately...
he's dropped off the edge of the earth then, I guess.
He can't because of the ice walls.
Oh, he's frozen then.
Well, Think about it, ice as well. It's very icy there. I see the edge. I see, yeah.
Hang on a minute. Your whole argument is based on a weak pun.
No, do you know what? I'm convinced. I'm absolutely convinced.
You're not. Come on, Tom. Tom, you're not. You're pulling my leg. You and Sharon are doing a nice little piece. You're pulling my leg.
I wasn't at first, Ian, and this is where I disagree with the lady who spoke before, because I was like, and I just, it just come to me. I was like, nah.
Talking to NASA, I really enjoyed watching some NASA stuff about when they're on the ISS, the International Space Station, with the hair. Bloody hell! What the hell are they spraying?
Well, that's it. We're gonna right. Okay, we got the point there. The apologies. You would have heard that on Periscope. Apologies for that. I don't think you heard it at home, but as is my wont, I apologise if in the heat of that lively debate debunking the Earth being round or spherical, a bad word may have got out. You'll have heard it on Periscope. Apologies on Periscope. Right, enough of that. On to Neil's. 0344 499 1000. Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Uncut, after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. Late Night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
0344 499 1000. Evening, Ray.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ray.
I want to challenge you.
Sorry?
Because I'm advocating the name Paul as the most sort of popular.
Paul. All right, go on then. Give us your Pauls.
Paul McCartney.
Hang on a minute. McCartney, yeah.
Paul Simon.
Simon, yeah.
Paul Weller.
Weller, yeah.
Paul Anker.
I did say pop and rock.
Well, okay, leaving out Paul Young.
Paul Young, yeah, that's 4. We're on to 4. Not bad.
Paul Heaton.
I mean, I'll put it down, but I'm only to be generous to you and Heaton, yeah.
The beautiful South and the House Martins. You've got to be kidding.
Yeah, I mean, they're a bit ropey, but go on, yeah.
Oh, you're not going to take this away. Paul Hewson.
Sorry?
Paul Hewson.
Bono. Who was Paul Hewson?
Bono.
Because his name's Bono, you muppet. Of course I'm not going to take Paul Hewson. It's like someone's talking about Roberts and they've suggested Bob Dylan. His name's Bob, not Robert.
He was born Paul.
No, he was born Robert Zimmerman. Oh, you're talking about Bono still? Yeah, no, but his name's Bono. No. I'm not having someone who's changed. No, of course I'm not having Bono.
But he's not changed his name, has he?
What's right? If you saw the lead singer from U2 in, I don't know, like Topshop, and you were with your partner, and you nudged your partner, who would you say was over there looking at the jeans? Would you say it's Paul Hughes? Hey, look over there, it's Paul Hewson. Or would you say, hey, look, flipping it, look who's looking in the sales section. It's only Bono.
But if you paid by credit card, would it have Bono on there or P. Hewson?
It probably would have Bono now. If I was known by one name, I would just have that on my credit card. Bono. My name's Bono. And I'd like to buy these jeans. Are they part of the sale? I've got a voucher.
I think it's from the south.
Eiffel Tower. My name's Bono. I've got a voucher.
God. So I'm not having Paul Hardcastle then either?
No, he's a remixer.
Unbelievable. What about Paul Jones?
Yeah, I'll give you that, yeah.
Man for man.
Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so the Neils and the Pauls are neck and neck. All I need is another Neil.
I've got one more Paul.
Go on.
Lead singer of Free, Paul Rogers.
They weren't really that successful though.
Oh God! But then he was lead singer of Bad Company afterwards.
All right. I'll give you Paul Rogers.
Right. I've knocked you out the water.
Well, mate. You've got one more name than me, and I've not even really thought about it that much.
Okay, you say one, I say two. In my head, I'm having Bono.
But Bono's not. You can't have Bono, you muppet.
Why?
His name's not Paul.
His name's not Bono.
Right. What is he? All right. He's banned. That guy's banned. What is he talking about? His name's Bono. All right. Neil and Paul are the most successful names in pop and rock, right? Nothing else. Nothing else even comes close. Let's try Paul in Canada. Evening, Paul.
All right, mate.
Yeah, you're not the Paul we just spoke to in Canada. You're a different person.
Yeah, that was Marty or something.
Yeah, we're big in Canada.
Oh yeah.
Which is frustrating because they don't send radar diaries out to Canada. So while it's great, it doesn't actually help my job security. Never mind, Paul. That is an issue for another day. You've called in this evening. What have you got for us?
Yes, I wanted to bring another name to the table for the pop rock stars.
Please do.
Michael.
All right, this could be fun. All right, Jackson,
Bolton.
Have you watched that Michael Bolton Valentine special?
No.
Oh, mate, honestly, it's on Netflix. It is the funniest thing. Michael Bolton's super sexy Valentine special. It is so, and it's a comedy. It's done as a comedy. It is so funny. I laughed out. It's an hour long, and I was screeching. You sang about pubic hair twice. I was screeching with laughter on my own. Honestly, it's such a joy. All right, Jackson and Bolton. Yes.
Stipe.
Yes.
Bublé.
Just squeaks in, yeah.
Nesmith.
Yeah, I'll give you... Well, of course we have Nesmith, yes.
Yeah, what's that, 5?
It's 5, so they're on a par with Neil's.
Okay, that's kind of where I get a bit stuck.
Well...
But I thought if I give people that kind of stepping stone...
Michael, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to the stage Michael...
Keane? There's probably a Michael Keane.
Michael Keane. I'm not going to put I'm going to hold off the Michael Keane because I think you've just made him up out of desperation. Would I be correct in that assumption?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought about
Smith?
Right, I'm going to cut you off now, Paul.
Dolenz? Would you accept Mickey Dolenz?
No, his name's Mickey.
All right, then.
Yep. Thank you, Paul. Bye-bye. Cleo.
Loads of Pauls.
Go on.
There's another 1 in 3, Paul Kossoff.
That doesn't count.
Well, why is he not like... Because he's not like the front man.
Well, I've never heard of him.
You've never heard of Paul Kossoff?
No, mate, I've never heard of Paul Tossoff.
Tossoff.
Yeah.
Anyone mentioned McCartney?
Yes, mate.
I was going to say, because I just came into that...
Unbelievable.
Into this,
you give me one more smart answer like that, Cleo, and I'm totally cutting you off. Seriously.
Right. Paul Gadd.
No, because his name is Gary.
I know, but...
You can't listen, if I'm not letting Paul Smith, whoever Bono was, you can't have Gadd. His name is Gary.
But it's not... You don't really like saying Gary Glitter anymore, do you?
Well, you don't say without saying Paul Gadd. No. It's Gary Glitter. Not Paul. No, Paul Gadd was a failure as a singer. He tried to be a singer for 15 years under the name Paul Gadd and Paul Raven and all these other Pauls. And then once he dropped the Paul and picked up the Gary, boom, he was in.
He was a failure anyway, wasn't he? I didn't really like him.
No, I disagree. I think he released some incredible singles.
I've got a funny Paul Rodgers-ish story.
Well, I mean, already, the fact that you're even hesitating about it, I think implies to me that it probably isn't worth... I mean, have a think. Do you really want to tell this story?
It sort of encompasses your flat earth people. A bit.
Hang on a minute, Cleo. You're hesitating, right? Do you really... Because I've got calls lined up. I don't need... I'm all killer, no filler tonight, right? Do you think that your story is strong enough to go on this show tonight? And it has been an absolute blinding show. Absolute blinding.
I want to get my chest out and say yes.
And here's the thing. If, at the end of this, Catherine, Edmundo, and myself... If you get 2 votes saying it was successful, boom, that's great news, mate. I'm really pleased for you. If 2 out of the 3 of us think it was a pony story, you're banned for the rest of the week from calling in and from listening. Are you sure you want to go ahead with this?
Oh, they're listening. That's a... Oh.
You sure you want to go ahead with this, Cleo?
They're listening. That means at least there'll be a slot left on the register for somebody else to register as a listener. Hang on, I'm going to give it a go. Damn it.
All right, the judges ready, contender ready, gladiators ready. Go.
I had a science teacher called Mr. Cooper, who was the spit of Paul Rogers, and he taught Cockney. So obviously, being up north, we all took him out of him because he taught Cockney. Anyway, he banned me from asking questions in physics. Because, much like the flat earthers you just had on, I hated physics, and I went, one lesson I went...
Time out. Just to say, percentage-wise, how far are we into this story?
60.
I tell you what, mate, this last 40% had better be good. Otherwise, you are in very serious trouble, because so far, absolute pony. Go on.
I can't stop laughing now. He banned us from asking questions because I was a smart ass listening to John Lennon and hearing him talk about the answer. So I went one lesson I went, is physics the answer? And he went, no. And I went, no, but why are we doing it? He went, because it's the best answer we've got. And I was like, well, I'm not bothered. And so he banned us from asking questions in lessons, and I've got a deep feeling you're going to ban me from listening to the show for the rest of the week.
Is that the end of the story, Cleo?
It is.
I'm going to confer with the judges. We'll find out the results after this break.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Excuse me. Get rid of the music, 'cause this is very serious. Before the break, Cleo, good evening, Cleo.
Hello.
Took a gamble. Could have left in high spirits with a wave, a salute, and our respect. But he had a story that he felt he had to share. I asked him if he really did want to share it. Did he think it was good enough to be part of tonight's show, which has been very, very strong. We've only had one F-bomb dropped. And Cleo said, yeah, he thought his story was good enough. Well, the judges have been listening. There are 3 judges. Catherine, myself, and Edmundo. If 2 out of 3... vote you off. That's it, Cleo. You're banned from phoning in for the rest of the week and for listening from the rest of the week, right?
Mm-hmm.
If 3 judges, I mean, this has never happened before. So this is like worst case scenario, right? This is worst case. It's never happened before. So I don't see it would happen tonight. But if all 3 judges say it was a stinker, you're banned from calling and for listening for the whole of March. There is, of course, we've never had that scenario, so I can't even imagine it going to that.
That caveat was not explained.
We can't, but, if that does happen, we go to the randomiser, in which we take 5 calls at random, unscreened, straight to air, and they can save you, or they can ban you for the whole year. Right! Let's go to the most flaccid of the 3 judges. It is Edmundo. Edmundo?
Oh, thanks.
You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome.
Look, Cleo, you had such promise. You know,
Yeah.
I was so hoping that you come up with a cracker of a story, but sorry, Cleo, it's a no from me.
That's the first no. That's strike 1. Strike 1.
Good,
and that I thought was going to be, he's a Christian. He's a Christian, and he's basically thrown you to the lions there. He's giving you the thumbs down. Okay.
Very harsh.
Let's go to the only known lady on the judging panel, Catherine. Catherine.
Don't know why you're laughing. This is very serious, Cleo.
No, lady. Sorry.
I think that over the last few weeks, you and I have come to some sort of understanding. And what people don't know is behind the scenes, he's been teaching me Geordie. And And it's been going well, hasn't it, Cleo?
I'm being impartial. Don't let that.
And he's been saying he's liked my Geordie phrase, which is, "Do you want a Ferrero Rocher while you's weird, pet?" He loves it. And, you know, and I appreciate his calls. I like your Geordie charm, I like your chutzpah. Which is why I'm disgusted with what you've done tonight, to be honest. And you've let yourself down, and you've let Tyneside down, frankly. So it's a
well,
no.
that's probably a good thing. I'm not from Tyneside.
Well, it's a good job, and I would not go there for a while. You're not in a position to be making jokes at this point.
You've died once, you can die again. So that's a no from Catherine.
Well, I was thinking about maybe relenting, but after that, you can have it.
No. So it's 2 no's. Now, Cleo.
Yes.
Never in the history of the story game on Iain, on my show, Iain Lee, and I've been doing this for 15 years, the story game, never have we had 3 judges say no.
Mm-hmm.
Until tonight. It's a no from me, mate. That was awful. It wasn't even a story. Just you talking about a teacher that looked like someone, and it was physics. I felt like I was living a physics story. I was actually in a physics lesson. The story lasted 3 minutes. In my head, it went on for 6 days. So, no. So, you're banned from listening and calling for the rest of the month, the whole month of March. Pinch punch first of the month. By the way, it's 5 years to the day that we lost Davy Jones. I must acknowledge that, and maybe we'll do something later. But, there is a chance, Cleo, it can be saved. Do you want to gamble? You want to gamble? He wants to gamble. Good, right.
Yeah, I'll gamble.
What we do now is we open the switchboards. 0344. I'll take the call straight to air. 0344 499 1000. Roll up. Do you want to save Cleo? He died once. Will he die again? He almost had the machine turned off in a hospital. Will you turn off the life support machine live on Talk Radio? 0344 499 1000. You phone up. You come straight to air. You can say yes to save him. You can say no to get rid of him. If you want to be really mean, you can tell him why you've said no. 0344 499 1000. This is a chance in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime offer, dear listener. This won't be happening again. Here come the calls. Line 1. What do you want to say?
Save him.
Save him?
I like you, man.
Yeah.
But why do you want to save him?
Because I live in Tyneside.
Hey, the lad.
He's not from Tyneside.
But we're up north.
So what? You've still embarrassed it.
Wait a minute. He's embarrassed it by being a bellend.
Not quite.
Are you sure you want to save him?
Yes.
All right, that's 1. You've got to get 3 out of 5. You've got to get 3 out of 5. You've got to get 3 out of 5. Here comes, let's go to line 2. Line 2!
Hi, Ian.
You're on the air.
Hi, yeah. Ditch Cleo.
Ditch Cleo?
Absolutely.
Tell us why, caller.
I used to love Scotland.
Well, the story didn't quite grab me with the, I'm sure he's used to, much better, more enthralling stories.
Yes.
Can I appeal with a bit of an explanation?
No, Cleo, because I bet that'll be even more boring than the boring story you told us. So you're saying, Scotland, this is the votes are in from Scotland. It's a ditching from Scotland.
Votes are in from Scotland. Yes, Scotland says ditch Cleo.
Okie dokie. It's 1-all. You gotta get 3 votes. You gotta get 3 votes, one way or the other, Cleo. If you get the 3 votes saying yay, then you're saved. You can call in, listen tomorrow, do whatever you want. If you get 2 more votes saying nay, I'm afraid you're banned for the rest of the month. Line 3, you're through to Cleo.
Hi, Ian, it's Vaughan. You need to save that man.
What?
Come on, son.
Vaughan, is this Vaughan who's very seriously ill?
Yes, I'm listening.
Hang on a minute.
Pale and withering.
Stop the clock. Vaughan, what drug? You're on strong medication, man.
Hey, I'm on strong medication.
Shut up, Cleo! You're on strong medication, Vaughan. What medication are you on?
Currently, I've just taken 30 milligrams of morphine.
Oh, fuck! He's on morphine!
I'm on a morphine patch.
Shut up, Cleo! He's on morphine! Of course he's going to want to save him. He's loved up. He can see pixies coming out of the wall.
I can guarantee I'm compass mentis.
Unbelievable.
I can see the flat moon and everything.
Can I just say, guys, for those who don't know, Vaughan is the gentleman who trolled Britain's greatest light entertainer, Noel Edmonds. He trolled him, he mocked his cancer box, and he said that the cancer box didn't work. That's the guy. That's who I
love
take
him even
now.
more. Vaughan, I love you.
Vaughan, are you sure you want to save him?
Where's he from? He hasn't actually said, has he?
Oh, bit of racism, I like it. Are you a Pakistani?
Yeah.
Syrian? Where are you from?
Is he?
County Durham.
County Durham.
Land of the Prince.
Forget it. Forget it. I'm a Yorkshireman. Forget it.
Is he gone?
Out.
He's out!
That is proper rivalry, that, like.
I love
Proper
people.
rivalry?
I love people who are high on drugs. 0344.
This is what it's like in the north. Tribal.
03. It's 2 votes again, 1 vote for. All we need is 1 more vote against you, Cleo, and you are banned not only from listening to the show for a month, but from calling in. And we will uphold that ban, even on Monday nights when we don't get many calls. We will, or Fridays when everyone's listening to Nick Abbott. We will uphold that ban. 0344 499 1000. Let's go through to perhaps one of the cruelest judges we've ever had on this show. It's Barry Westwood. Barry Westwood, you're through to Cleo.
Ian, nice talking to you.
Isn't it just?
Ian, I'm going to give...
It's a pleasure I can never experience.
It's nice talking to you again.
Again.
I've got... I'll give my vote for Cleo, but can I also... I've got some Johns.
Sorry?
With the singers.
You got some second-hand Johns? Hang on a second. We'll get to the Johns in a minute. Barry,
then.
are you voting for or against Cleo?
I'm going to give him a Buddhist compassion vote, and I am voting for
So
it.
you're gonna do the exact opposite of what you did to James Max. All right, brilliant. So Barry, we'll come back to you in a second. It's the final vote. This could go either way. Jamie.
Hi.
It rests in your hands.
Okay. I've got a Neil for you.
Give us
But
the
before
Neil.
that,
No,
can I-
give us the Neil first, Jamie, and then we'll dispatch Cleo.
Buchanan.
From Art Attack?
Yes, he's in a massive rock band called Marseille. They are huge.
Shut up, man. Right, hang on a minute. I'm not allowing that. That's nonsense. Hang on. Line 1. The fate of Cleo is in your hands.
Hello.
Hello, line 1.
Hello. This is Varnetta.
The ice cream?
No, my name's Varnetta.
Okay. Oh, you said Vianetta.
Vaughan.
Sorry. Yes.
It's not Vaughan.
No.
It's not Vaughan. It's Varnetta.
Okay, we've got that, madam. What would you like? Are you voting for or against morphine? You see? Are you voting for or against Cleo?
Where's he from?
Where are you from, Cleo?
Durham,
County Durham.
Yorkshire.
Oh, no, I'm from Yorkshire. He's gone.
Thank you very much, Vaughanetta. Cleo, you can't listen to us or call us for the rest of the month, mate. Hope you find another radio station. We'll speak to you in April.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. He wanted to take that gamble. It was all in his hands. Jamie, I'll come to you in a minute. Yes, Barry Westwood.
Ian, yes. I've got some singers, some Johns.
Yes.
Probably one of the best rock and roll songs of probably 59, 60, Johnny Kidd.
Johnny Kidd and the Pirates?
That's the one.
Yeah, give me that, yeah. I'm going to have Johnny Mathis as well. Oh, no, hang on a minute. You've just raised a very important point. John and Johnny are not the same name.
Ah, well, that rules. Well, I've got a couple anyway. I've got John Layton.
What did he sing?
Johnny Layton, or John Layton, as he was known.
Yes.
He did Johnny Remember Me.
Johnny Remember Me.
You got it, sir.
Yeah. No, I'm not having that.
Johnny Mathis, I've lost out on.
Yep.
Johnny and the Hurricanes, I've lost out.
No, the Hurricane. You're thinking of Rory Storm and the Hurricanes.
No, there's Johnny and the Hurricanes, Red River Rock, about 1959.
No, not having that.
So, but I've got another John.
Yes.
John Horton, Battle of New Orleans in '59. But then I've just thought
You're talking rubbish. Goodbye. Go away. What? It's talking rubbish. Yes, Jamie.
Strong show tonight.
Yes.
Strong show.
Very strong show. Because it's because I've been enlightened, Jamie.
What enlightened you?
The fact that speaking to my two guests earlier on, and now I know the world is flat.
Well, it is. It's like a 10-pence piece.
If it wasn't flat, if it was round, how could you put a tent up? That's quite a good one, actually. It's quite. If the Earth was round, how could you play football without tripping over? There's loads of them. Anyway, Jamie, we've not got much time. Come on, let's be having you.
Neil Buchanan, Marseille.
No, he's the Art Attack guy.
He's the Art Attack. Do you know also, he's a hugely accomplished artist by royal appointment and everything?
Yeah, he does Art Attack.
But he's also a rock star.
No, he's not a rock star.
Go on YouTube.
No, if I have to go on YouTube to prove that he's a rock star, I might as well go on YouTube to prove that the Earth is flat.
Yeah, but it is flat. You can see it's flat.
We know it's flat because if the Earth was round, then how could you play netball without tripping over?
Like the ball would roll off.
Well, you bounce it, and it'll just bounce off at an angle.
Yeah.
If the Earth was round, how could you drive on it without falling off into space? It's just yeah. I'm not having Neil Buchanan.
Common sense.
It's because
come on.
No,
it's strong.
Thanks for calling. Another hour of this, flipping it. Flat Earth. I'll just take this. Hang on. Yes, Dennis.
Good morning. Good morning. No, it's good morning. Is it good morning? Yeah. Almost.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm all right, Dennis. What you got?
Well, the Earth is definitely flat because when we were in Manchester, we used to say you get south of Watford, you fall off the end of the Earth. You get down below Watford. Just a minute. Put the damn thing up.
Oh, jeez.
Right, so go north of Watford, the dragons. There'd be dragons north of Watford, and south of Watford, you fall off the end of the Earth.
Is that so?
It's got to be flat, definitely.
And on that bombshell, dear listener, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be more than welcome. We're talking names in pop, we're talking flat Earth, and of course we're talking anything you want to talk about. You know the score. I'm going to sit here and chat and talk rubbish. You can call in about absolutely anything you want, dear listener. 0344 499 1000. We call you back. Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Late Night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel life, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel life, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold. A brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down.
So you know I've become obsessed with this programme, Paddington Green, right? And I thought there were 3 series. It turns out there may be as many as 6 series. Definitely 5. There could be a 6th series, right? And I've been watching them all on YouTube, and I've absolutely caned them. Absolutely caned them. I've done, I think the first 2 series, 9 episodes in each, on 18 episodes in about 3 days. Completely ruined them, right? So, watched the last episode of Series 2 today, and then thought, well, I'll save Series 3 of Paddington Green for a bit later. Right, and then I thought, I'll have a little bit of spare time before the show. So I'll just see Episode 1, Series 3 of Paddington Green, just to get me appetite nice and wet. And it ain't on YouTube. It's not on Series 3, 4, 5, and the mythical Series 6, if it exists, they're not on YouTube. So I went to I won't say the dark web, but I went to some hooky sites. Okay, I went to some hooky sites. First of all, I checked they were on DVD. Of course, they're not on DVD. So I went to some hooky sites. Don't exist anywhere. So what I've done is I've tweeted the production company that made them. And bearing in mind, these went out. I think the last series went out in 2000, 2001 maybe. I've tweeted the company. I think it's Lions something, not Lionsgate. Lions anyway. Saying, have you got Series 3, 4, 5, 6 of Paddington Green? I'll pay you for them. Now, you know that tomorrow some 17-year-old is going to activate the Lions, whatever it is, Twitter account and go, what's this? No, of course I haven't got this. What are you talking about? And I'll reply, oh, you made it 17, 18 years ago. And they'll go, no, we ain't got it. You know that somewhere in an office on DVD. I sound like a drug addict, don't I? I can smell it. Somewhere in an office, they've got them on DVD or even on VHS. Doesn't matter if they're on VHS. I've got a VHS. I'll watch them on VHS if that's what I have to do. So if anyone knows where I can get Series 3, 4, 5, 6 of Paddington Green, let me know. Because what I want to do when I've seen the whole series is I want to go and do a tour of the area. I've already found 67, it might be Parade Street, where Mr. Gilbertson had his hairdressing wig shop, right? That's now turned into a halal shop. So I'm looking them up on Google Maps. I found Argeus, the scooter thing, and I'm Facebook friends now with Claudia, who runs. This will mean nothing to most of you. Facebook friends with Claudia, who runs the scooter shop. Yet to find Jackie McCullough. And what I want to do is you get like Beatles tours, right? I did a Beatles tour. Me and my friends, we looked up and we worked out and we did it ourselves. Didn't pay for it. But I'm going to go and do a Paddington Green tour, and I'm going to take a packed lunch, and I'm going to phone up the locksmith, and I'm going to get him to. I'm going to do all of that, right? But I want to do it after I've seen all the series of Paddington Green. Honestly, each episode is 22 minutes long. It's brilliant. They start introducing too many new characters in Series 2, I think. And there's a weird bit where this estate agent, this guy kicks his car and bends his mirror because he thought and they pounce, the bloke leathers him. It's incredible. Anyway, watch it. So I couldn't find those, okay? And I needed something to feed the habit. Now, the other programme I wanted to watch was The Entertainers. That's the one that's got Leo Sayer and Bernie Clifton and all these people in. We play Bernie Clifton interview tomorrow. You'll hear him talk about it. That's not on YouTube, okay? All right, fine. So then I thought, right, I know what will be on YouTube. And I looked to see if it was on DVD. Of course it isn't. A Life of Grime. Mr. Trebus, yeah? It's not really on YouTube. The Christmas special, Life of Grime Christmas special, is on YouTube. And there are about 2 or 3 episodes on YouTube. But it ran for 8 series. 8 series of A Life of Grime. And I loved it because a lot of it was filmed where I used to live in Crouch End. It was Mr. Trebus lived around there. I forgot it was narrated by John Peel. John Peel doing it. And the episode I watched, it was Council Block tower block, and they were going to knock it down, but there'd been squatters in it. And they're having to throw out like all these bags of poo. Oh, it was brilliant. I was about to try and do a John Peel then. I don't know if I could do a John Peel. Yeah. No, I don't think I could do a John Peel. I'd need to work at a John Peel. I don't think I could. But the series isn't on YouTube, so I'm kind of asking if anybody has got either Paddington Green, The Entertainers, or A Life of Grime. I know it's a long shot, right? But if you can't use a national radio station to track down some obscure documentaries from the turn of the century that you want to see yourself, then what the hell is the point of me being here? To entertain you losers? I don't think so. I'm here to serve. Must remember, I'm here to serve. If anybody has got Paddington Green, Series 3 onwards, The Entertainers, or A Life of Grime, and you never know, it's the kind of thing you might have on VHS somewhere. Even if you got it on Betamax, I'd take it. I can get it to work, right? If you've got it, or know where I can get it, in, you know, and I you know, when I say hooky places, it's not like I'm streaming the new Kong film. God, unless they're advertising with us, doesn't that look like? And I think they are. It does look like a really good film, actually, the Kong film. They're advertising with us, so the Kong film looks good. It's not like I'm streaming that, or I'm streaming whatever else is out at the cinema at the moment. It's you know, no money is being taken from someone's pocket. If you have Paddington Green, The Entertainers, or A Life of Grime, man, get them to me. Please get them to me. It is like I'm an addict, and I need, you know, Paddington Green was great. I'd go into Costa, I'd do a bit of work like I did today, I'd pay my council tax, do some bits and pieces, and I thought, I can sneak in 2 episodes of Paddington Green before I have to go off and see my mum. Which I did go and see my mum tonight. That's what I'm asking, guys. If you can help, it would be greatly appreciated. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We're still compiling a list of the most successful name in pop. I thought it was Neil's. But we've got more Pauls than we've got Neil's. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Pauls and 6 Neils. John and Johnny, completely separate. And likewise, you can't have Bob Dylan under Robert. It doesn't work. Robert Zimmerman, yeah, sure, okay, fine. But it's not, have you got the new Robert Dylan album out? It's, have you got the new Bob Dylan? Hey, I'm going to go and see Robert Dylan tomorrow. What? Robert Dylan, going to go and see him at the O2. What? You might know him as Bob Dylan. Oh, yeah. Gonna go see. So they're different, and it's really important. The Paul Gadd, Gary Glitter thing. No. Paul Gadd was a failure. For about 15 years, he was releasing records under Paul Raven. He did quite a nice version of Here Comes the Sun, I think, as Paul Raven. I think, didn't he? Was that him? Here Comes the Sun. Was it? Did he? Oh no, it was under the name Paul Monday. This is quite nice. Listen. Oh no, it's terrible. Here comes the sun. What's he singing like that for? 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give me a call, I've kind of lost track of where we are a little bit. So how the hell are you supposed to know, dear listener? You can call in about anything. Otherwise, Catherine, come and join me. We'll go through the papers. Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Late Night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Someone's saying I've got 8 Davids if you let me have Davy Jones. Well, he's a Davy. 5 years ago, yesterday, now it's the 2nd, so the 1st of March, but he died on the 29th of February, so leap year. 5 years since Davy Jones died.
Gosh.
5 years. And I'm releasing the first ever Davy Jones posthumous single. We've nearly sold out. There's only 20 left. We've only got 20 copies of that left. Unbelievable. 5 years. I can't... How is that even... I've moved house. Oh, no, we weren't in the flat. We were in the house. Then we moved to Windsor. 5 years. Ay, 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 ay. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call.
That music's made me think. You know, we've not heard from who said he would get in touch.
Yeah.
Psychic Peter.
Who's that?
Psychic Peter, who rang up and said he was going to let us do a ghost hunt.
Oh, Barry Bullshine. Are we going to go to Gloucester Prison?
Yeah.
He's not got in touch, has he?
No,
Maybe he's been
funny.
murdered by a ghost. Maybe he's been grabbed by the ghoulies. Maybe he's been possessed. Perhaps has been
slimed.
Poltergeist. He got ectoplasm all over his face. Maybe none or all of those things happen. Hey, Tiger Wadge. Huh?
What?
Tiger Wadge. It says here, Tiger Wadge.
Oh, I thought you were calling me something.
No,
rude.
no. It says here on my screen, Tiger Wadge. Hey, Iain Lee, long time no listen. Used to listen on LBC. I just found you again. Well, I left LBC 8 years ago, Tiger Wadge. What the hell have you been doing for the last 8 years?
Don't answer that.
Well, 0344 499 1000. It's that time of the night when people can't be asked to call in, and why should they?
Well,
I can barely be asked to present this show. Here we go. Daily Star, page 15. Black Monk's facelift for Ghost Hunter. I'm saying all that very carefully, just in case someone... I don't know why. A ghost hunter claims he was possessed by an infamous spirit during a séance in Britain's most haunted house.
Oh.
Kyle Fowler says he fell under the influence of the Black Monk of Pontefract as he stared into a crystal ball while filming a spooky investigation. We need hang on a minute. We need some spooky music for that. No, not that. No, that's not what I meant to play. Sorry, that was horrible. That was, here we go, spooky music. Here it goes. Spooky. He said, my eyes went black and my face aged so that it looked like an old man. It was like the face of an old...
What?
Wow, says this is terrifying. It was like the face of an old man had come over mine.
Oh, God, no, you don't want that.
You don't want an old man coming over your face. You don't. Poor bloke. Imagine that. You're just doing a spooky séance.
No one wants that.
And then an old man comes over your face. I mean, that is...
horrible.
You
don't get over that, do you?
No. Bit of monk. Black monk.
Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
I know. We laugh when we're afraid. We laugh when we're afraid.
Just imagining the scene, man. Terrifying.
A similar experience happened to his partner...
Oh.
Ashley Flay's mum.
Hang on.
A similar experience happened to his partner, Ashley Flay's mum. Psychic medium Lillian.
Hang
on, this is the most confusing sentence ever. Hang on a minute. Stop this, because this is...
Why did we need to know it was his partner's mum?
No, it gets... The sentence hasn't even finished. It gets another twist. There's another twist in this sentence. Paul, I'll come to you in a minute. I'm just going to read it. A similar experience happened to his partner, Ashley Flay's mum, psychic medium Lillian, whose real name is Paula Bairstow.
A lot of information there we didn't need. All we need to know is that the old man came on her face.
Yeah, apparently so. A creepy photo taken during the séance shows a dark shadow across her face. That'd be Black Monk. Kyle, 28, of Leeds,
Do the voice.
said, Ashley was calling my name, but I was zoned out, not responding. Eventually, Ashley touched my shoulder and called me in for protection. I don't know what would have happened if he hadn't done this. Earlier, footage from the... Oh, that was the lady speaking. Oh, was it? I'm confused.
Who
Earlier...
needed protection?
I don't know. Earlier, footage from the visit to the address on the Chequerfield estate, said to be the site of the, quote, most violent poltergeist haunting in Europe.
Who are we quoting?
It doesn't say.
Right.
Showed a hooded face behind them on the stairs. I'll show you the photo in a minute.
Oh, I can't wait.
I think they might have printed the wrong photo because I can't
Okay.
see nothing.
Okay.
The spot is a regular haunt for the apparition, also known as Mr. Nobody or Fred, who tormented the Pritchard family during the 1960s. The haunting of 30 East Drive was the subject of the 2012 horror film When the Lights Went Out and was investigated for the 2015 Halloween special of Most Haunted Live.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. Don't forget.
Classic.
Kyle says, my eyes went black, my face aged, so it looked like an old man. The face of an old man had come over mine. An old man had come over his face. Now, there's the picture. See if you can see anything.
Where's the old man?
Oh, well, if you look on his face, you'll see he's come over it.
Which face?
Well, it's a bit tricky from those photographs to know exactly what they're talking about.
Hang on. They've circled the bit that's got nobody.
It's got nothing on. Maybe they put the wrong photo. Fake news. It's fake news. Tiger Wadge says, I'll be listening full time. Every Monday to Friday, Tiger Wadge, between 10 and 1. And we do a podcast, 2 podcasts a day. And I'm off next week. Paul!
Greetings, Mr. Lee.
Greetings, Mr. Paul.
Good Lady Boyle.
Hello.
Come hither.
Hip, hip, hip.
Yeah.
Go forward.
Yeah.
Yes. I call to introduce a clunky gear change, if I may.
Yeah, please do.
I'm a podcast listener, and I dip in when I can to the live shows. But I have been struck for quite a while listening to your show. You generate considerable controversy.
Oh.
But particularly on a worldwide scale, I have been struck, particularly recently, that as a species, we need an emotional re-education. How do I go on? I remember I noted that you have read the 4 agreements, and you were quite...
Gosh, that's... I read... There's a book called The 4 Agreements, and it sounds a bit hippy-dippy, but I can't remember what the 4 agreements are.
I can tell you what they are.
Tell us what they are.
Be impeccable with your word.
Yeah, so that just means, be honest and truthful.
But further to that, only generate energy that can come back and treat you with love and honour and dignity.
That just means be nice to people.
Don't be a bell.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The second one, don't take anything personally, and I think that's so important.
Oh, I've forgotten that one, yes, okay. It's a long time since I've read it. I had an American therapist for a long time who was a brilliant person, and he recommended I read it, and it does sound a bit hippy-dippy, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Go on, what's number 3?
Number 3, don't make assumptions, have the courage to ask questions and express yourself.
Yes.
And number 4, always do your best.
Yeah, like R.K. Lowe, we will do our best. They all make sense. They all make sense.
They do. There's the 5th agreement as well.
Yes.
Which is more strange. What is it? Learn to listen, but be sceptical.
Again, that's all right. It's ask questions, question stuff. Go on, Catherine.
Is, right?
Yes.
So if you don't ever take anything personally, does that mean that you never question your actions? You
No.
never think that's something I've done?
No, that doesn't mean that at all.
Go on.
It doesn't preclude that.
I think it's portrayed in the book as in the sense that every one of us is the star in our own movie, and that everyone we interact with is a secondary character, and as such has no relevance.
Ooh. I don't like that.
So if we are reacting to somebody else being the star of their own movie, we are in error.
I'm getting a bit confused, and I don't remember that thing. Do you know, it's a couple of years since I read it. I'd need to have a read of it again. But it basically, the basic premise of the book is, don't be a bell, be nice, listen, ask questions, and, if you do that, you'll get... What's the point you're getting to, Paul?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of anger and hate that's brewing at the moment. And I would be honest and say that I have a fear that we are on the cusp of reliving the late 1930s into the 1940s and the horribleness that happened there. I see that trend coming, and I feel more and more strongly that if we as a species are going to make the next big step, we have to leave our emotional education and that tradition which has been in existence for a very, very long time. We have to leave it behind.
I don't understand what you're saying. I get the thing about international fascism and stuff, and I don't know if we're necessarily going to, but it will quite go the same way as it did in the 30s and the 40s. But yes, I do agree that it is now acceptable to publicly abuse gays and Jews and Muslims and all kinds of minorities. And you wait, guys, the disabled people will be next. You wait till in fact, the Tory cuts the disabled benefits now. But and history repeats itself. We all know that.
Well, the other thing is that emotional and moral responses are deemed to be irrelevant and unscientific, aren't they? At the moment, people say that you're being a snowflake, and you're leading with your emotions.
Yeah, but we can't stop that. I don't. What do we do? What do we do?
Well, this is the thing. That same book, it talks about the dream of the planet, which is beyond any individual's control.
Yes.
Which is what we witness in the news and, the media, as opposed to the dream of the individual, which we do have control over.
Yes. Well, all you can do is be a good person and hope that radiates out, and that other people, the people that you have a direct influence on, your children, your partners, people that you work with to a lesser degree, that you're being a good person will somehow rub off on them. And I think that people are inherently good. I think that the majority of people are inherently good, and that this phase will pass, I think. I don't know. Or we're all going to die in a nuclear racist war. One of the two. One of the two is going to happen, Paul.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hey, if there was a nuclear war, right?
Yeah.
Would you want to survive it, or would you want to be killed straight away?
I think death is a better option, ultimately.
Kath, nuclear war? Would you drive towards the bombs or away from the bombs?
I don't think I'd drive at all. I think I'd just...
Would you try and survive?
Probably not.
No.
What's the point?
Well, I'm in Windsor, and we got barracks and stuff there, so we're going to be a target. Windsor will be a target, so gone. Beautiful. I don't want to stick around. I don't want to stick around after a nuclear war.
All that lawlessness.
No, I've seen the documentaries. It'll be lawlessness, it'll be sexual proclivities of the worst kind. It'll be people like Paul Watson who'd rule the planet from their mum's bedroom. So, no. Paul, thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. Late nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Late night conversation worth losing sleep over. Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Evening, Carrie.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you, mate. What you got for us?
I was just driving home from work there, and just thought I'd call in. I've listened for basically since you've been on Talk Radio.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I just thought I'd recount a sort of amusing story that just popped in my head as I was driving home. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It was basically my first job that I had after sort of leaving college and leaving sort of part-time work as well. So I started it was a place, it's in Glasgow, and it's basically a warehouse, but also an office as well. And the job I got, it was just basically an admin job, but in the office bit. And I just remember it being like, it was the first sort of work night out, but we were having it in the office, a sort of office party type thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And quite nervous, obviously, with my new colleagues first, sort of night out with everyone. I was only about a couple of weeks in the job. Got really, really drunk. It was free alcohol, free booze for everyone, basically.
Beautiful.
Dangerous at work, dangerous.
Risky behaviour. So anyway, ended up absolutely blotto, and ended up having to go to the toilet because I felt sick.
Yes.
So went to the toilet, and it was just like a sort of single cubicle type toilet. There was no other toilets in it. It was just one single toilet. So sort of almost like a cupboard type idea.
Yeah.
So I go into the cupboard, I spew everywhere, all over the toilet, basically all over the floor. I'm thinking, oh my God. So obviously just been a few weeks in the job, I don't want to like basically be found out. So I make efforts to clean this up using basically all the toilet roll and paper towels and stuff that I can find.
Yep.
Clean it up as best as I can. However, I end up putting all the paper towels down the toilet.
Please do not flush paper towels down the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a sign up actually saying
of course there was, because idiots like you do that.
So, flushed the toilet. Needless to say, it overflowed and went everywhere.
Oh no!
Flooded the whole little cupboard thing out. So, spent ages then mopping this up, which was just an absolute disaster. So that took ages. So, squared myself up, opened the door, went out. All the lights were out in the office. I'm thinking, how long have I been in here? Where is everyone? So the lights are out in the office. I'm thinking, oh no. So locked in the office on my own in the dark, like everyone had left. So managed to find a door that I was able to get through to the warehouse.
Yes.
I had missed calls on my phone from my girlfriend going, "Where are you? I'm here to pick you up." She was due to pick me up like when it was due to finish. Managed to find a door basically into the warehouse. Got into the warehouse. Managed to find a door which was a sort of Yale type block. I don't know if you know what a Yale sort of, yeah.
I'm aware of
So
that.
managed to get out of the warehouse, and that takes you into the compound, and basically surrounded by like a 6-foot fence in this compound. No one else around.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh my goodness.
And you're steaming drunk.
Yeah, absolutely steaming
Beautiful.
drunk. So anyway, managed to scale this sort of 6-foot fence. Like, it takes me ages to basically get to the top of this, and then I'm thinking, like, where am I going to land? There's nowhere to land. So I see a bush, and I jump into the bush. So basically, I don't know how long I'm in the bush either, but I basically managed to crawl out the bush and like look up, and my girlfriend's sitting in the car, like sort of looking at me, going, "Why are you on your own climbing out of a bush? Like, what's going on?" So just a bit weird.
So how long have you been in the toilet then? Have you passed out?
Well, you know,
because I've done that. I've done that at the Rise Christmas party. I went to the toilet and suddenly I'm lying on the floor going, "What am I lying on the floor for?" Everybody had gone. There were a couple of stragglers, but everybody had gone. Oh dear! So I went round minesweeping.
I've done it as well, and I got carried out of the loo.
Yeah.
And dumped on the pavement, and my friends had to stand me up so that, in the hope that a taxi driver might not realise I was absolutely legless.
Loved it. Beautiful. It really doesn't get much classier than that.
It doesn't.
But anyway, I managed to get away with it. No one was any of the wiser.
Did you?
Yeah, my girlfriend wasn't too impressed though. She was kind of like, how have you managed to get into this state? I don't remember the car journey home. She just says I just sat in silence the whole car journey home and just didn't speak. Yeah.
Well, that is a charming story. You should save it and tell it at dinner parties.
Carrie, thank you for that. Are you still with the same girlfriend?
Yes.
Are you still at the same company?
No, that was a while ago now. That was maybe about 10.
Can you imagine if they'd have checked the CCTV, been like the drunk Krypton factor?
Well, I know. I'd have been out of a job.
Carrie, thank you for that, mate. Excellent call. Thank you very much indeed. Always happy to take stories like that. Always happy to take stories like that. Yeah, I passed out twice at the Rise Christmas party. Once I woke up on the balcony and I was a bit wet, and I'd fallen asleep. No, I haven't wet myself. I'd fallen asleep on the sacks of ice. So with fallen, and so I got up, and people still there. Ooh, party. And then I passed out, and then I woke up again in the toilet, and it was like, it was.
I was a fiend for that, disappearing off to the loo and then not coming back for ages, falling asleep.
It's it's
not good.
Not good, guys. Well, it's quite good.
It was good until that point.
I've tweeted Michael Barrymore twice. Yeah. He follows me on Twitter as well. I've heard nothing back from him. So I'm guessing that is...
Let it simmer and see.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I know a lot of you have tweeted him and said that will be great, Iain, but yeah, it's fine.
I emailed loads of brilliant people today, so let's wait and see.
So I might be doing a show with Eddie Large. I've been chatting to Eddie Large today, and I'm encouraging him to come and do a little show with me.
Really charming person who doesn't know whether he's got the support
No,
that he
not
has.
at all, not at all. And I'm not going to reveal the intricacies of our emails, as it would be impolite. But what a charming gentleman. You know, if 2016 taught us anything, it's that when we've got people that we respect and admire, whatever you think of Little and Large and their mark on comedy, people that we respect and admire, let's tell them we respect and admire them while they're still alive. Yeah. Let's not have that thing the day after, you know, the day they die, playing their records, showing their movies, playing their TV shows. Let's not do that. Let's do it while they're still alive.
Because it's criminal that there are people who were Mr. or Mrs. Saturday Night who now think everyone's forgotten about it.
Yeah. I think that, you know, Eddie's 75 and he's nearly died twice in the last few years. You know, he's been very, very poorly. So I'm just stay tuned. If you live kind of around Bristol way, there might be something happening. There might be something happening. I don't know, and I'm putting my money into it, and you know, and I've said to Eddie, I said, look, here's the deal. Whatever it is, I don't want a penny from it. You know, as long as my expense in that I'll have to pay for the hire of the venue, as long as I get that back. Everything else can go into your pocket. I'll pay for my own petrol, all of that stuff. You know, I just the thrill of doing it, you know, performing with him would be an absolute joy. So just stay tuned, and if you're kind of in the Bristol area, let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm talking to a few people, and my week off next week, I'm going to read books, play Xbox, and look into the possibility of getting a little thing going with Eddie Large, because that would be, what a thrill that would be. Absolute thrill. Let's take a break. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Late Night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Oh, man, I'm tired. Good old yawn during those adverts. Here we go. Now, Elon Musk. What do you know about Elon Musk?
Nothing.
He's a man.
Is he?
Yeah. He's been talking for ages about space tourism, and then he's come under a lot of criticism because I think Trump has appointed him like head of space. He's a businessman, but he's appointed him like head of space or something. And listen to this. The billionaire boss of a space exploration firm yesterday revealed plans to send 2 tourists on a trip to the moon, costing 56 million quid each. If I had 56 million quid spare, I think I'd do it, but I'd get sick. I don't like fairground rides, and it's like a fairground ride, so actually I'll probably pass. SpaceX says it has already received substantial deposits. It's that old bloke coming over his face again. From 2 multimillionaires who will undergo extensive training before the voyage next year. Go on.
It's not just about having the money. You've got to be super fit.
No, you don't have to be. They send old people up into space now. You don't have to be fit. Yeah. John Denver was going to go up on Challenger, the one that blew up.
Blimey.
He was going to go. John Denver was all set to go up on that. Then he was going to go up with a cosmonaut. Anyway, no, anyone can go up to space now. It's not that bad for you.
I thought they had to like swing you round and do that
No.
thing.
Remember when James Bond did that thing, the swingy arm thing, and his face.
That's what I thought.
And it was like Super G's, and he couldn't handle it.
Super G's, which of course don't exist.
Yeah, well. Chief Executive Elon Musk did not disclose their identities, but said it was nobody from Hollywood. That's 56 million quid. That ain't Hollywood money.
That is oil.
That's oil. Arabs, is it?
Well, or Russians.
Entrepreneur Musk said there is a market for 1 or 2 of these per year. They will use the NASA Falcon rocket, and liftoff will be from Kennedy Space Center's historic Pad 39A near Cape Canaveral in Florida. The company said this presents an opportunity for humans to return to deep space for the first time in 45 years. They will travel faster and further into the solar system than any before them. The mission will fly 300,000 to 400,000 miles past the moon and then back again. So you don't get out and get to walk on the moon. That would be... Also, why don't the Chinese build a spaceship? Because on the moon, it's the American flag. If I was China, I'd get a spaceship, go up there, and I'd get the American flag and do it. You do it slowly, because I'd get it and I'd go...
No.
And I put down the old Chinese flag.
What you do is you do the stripper manoeuvre between the old legs.
Yep. Yeah. Wipe your ass on it.
If you're toweling down.
You were not allowed to make underwear out of the American flag.
No,
it's
I know.
illegal.
But they allow bandanas.
We did it after World War II to show our thanks to the Americans. We made underwear out of the American flag, and they thought it's like taking a slash on the Queen to us. It's you can't do it.
No, don't do that.
You cannot do it whatsoever. And so that went down badly. So yeah, the Chinese should go and have a dump on the moon. That's what I would do if I was a Chinaman.
Would you?
Yeah, I would
That'd
actually.
be your priority.
Yeah, it would be. It would be actually. Why does it? Do you remember when? Was it China were going to blow up the moon? And this is true. This is a true story. This isn't a plot to a film. China.
This isn't Despicable Me.
No. China were talking about blowing up the moon. I'm sure, and I've mentioned this on the radio before, and someone's called in before.
Wasn't it testing weapons on the moon?
Google it. Hang on a minute. Here we go. Rashid?
No, man, this is Robbie the Rasta man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. Google, Rasta Mouse gets away with it. Hello there, Rasta Mouse.
I don't think mice can be racist.
They stole the cheese, Rasta Mouse. I'm recording my new Irish song, and I got to go and solve the cheese crime for the mayor of the town. Irie.
It does sound like Rasta Mouse.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
But I don't think mice can be racist.
But they can be.
Chinese
blowing up
moon.
Blowing up the moon. It was going to happen. Someone, the Daves call it. Dave, you say you've got 8 Davids from Rock and Pop. You've got to call in, mate.
Yeah, this isn't a tweeting show, mate.
You've got to call in.
US planned to blow up a nuclear bomb on the moon, so says the Telegraph.
No. Maybe it was the Americans then. No, the Chinese were going to blow up the moon.
The entire moon, they were going to nuke it.
Yeah.
Well,
no, yeah, they were. I'm talking to Ed, yeah.
what are you doing that for?
I'm telling him, because I'm doing a sign to him about something,
okay.
Obviously.
It's just when you do... Okay.
I'm saying I don't want... the person that's called in has already been on, and I don't want him on again. There we go. You happy now? You happy now?
Well,
that's out in the open. The Chinese were going to blow up the moon.
I don't see any evidence of that. I think that might be fake news, mate.
They've deleted it. They've done... they've got Google to delete it, which you can do these days.
Yeah.
You can actually do that these days.
US military chiefs plan to blow up the moon with nuclear bomb.
So there was a couple.
Russia.
There was a couple having it off in Domino's Pizza. Did you see that?
Well, it can get quite.
They were stood at the counter at Domino's Pizza, and he lifted up her skirt, and there's a picture of it.
You're kidding me!
No. It was in the paper the other day. He lifts up her skirt and slides.
Mighty meaty.
Yeah. No, you can't have a look. No, because I need it to read the story.
Oh.
So what they've done is this couple are now like celebrities.
Gosh.
And luckily she's all right looking, so that makes it easier for the newspapers to sell the story. So they've got
because otherwise it'd be gross, wouldn't it?
But yeah, so they're up on the counter. So they stood at the counter, and he's behind doing all that. So what they've done now is they've got this lady Daniela Hurst and her partner. Why had the phones gone mental? Yeah, put them through. Craig Smith, to now look at other CCTV footage of people having sex and score them. What was Bagelgate?
Right, this is a really weird video that's been going round on Twitter.
Yeah.
Of a load of, I'm going to say, drunk people on a train. And there's one lad in particular who appears to be the focus of the bread-based teasing.
Yeah.
And every time he sits down, they put a bagel on his head. He takes it off and puts it out the window. Then he sits down and they put another one on, and the bagels just keep coming.
So it's not like, I thought, because I only read the headline, I assumed it was an anti-Semitic kind of, because bagels are generally associated with Jewish people, although that, not so much nowadays. But I assumed it was like it was like an anti-Semitic thing.
I don't know what it was, because while that's going on, there's two women almost having a scrap in the other side of the aisle. So it just all kicked off.
Dave's manned up. He was tweeting me, and he's phoning me. Dave?
Goodness.
Evening, boss.
Evening, Dave, and well done, it's appreciated. You reckon you can do 10 famous Davids from Rock and Pop? 10?
I
I can give you 8, 9. Yes, let's go for 10. Let's do this 10. Let's do 10.
Let's do it, mate. I've got my David's heading. Away you go, Dave.
Okay, Guetta, current pop and house impresario.
Sorry, who?
Guetta.
David Guetta.
I'll give you that. Yes. Just.
Bowie.
Yep.
Grohl.
He's
no, he's a Dave.
He isn't, is he?
He's a David Grohl. Are you nuts?
Only to his mother.
So, okay, carry on.
Crosby.
Yep.
Lee Roth.
Yep.
Cassidy.
Yep.
Gilmore.
No, he's Dave. He's Dave Gilmore, mate. This is awful. You've only got 5 Daves. That's less than the Pauls and the Neils, and the same as the Michaels.
Okay, Byrne.
Yes.
Now, this is another very current one, Zowie. Zowie.
No.
The pop song. Recent couple of years.
Mate, listen, and what you're showing, and I'm so glad you've called in, what you're showing, Dave, is that trolls online, they give it all this online, and fair play, you phoned up, you've shown a bit of balls, but like all trolls, you haven't got an argument, Dave. You've embarrassed yourself, mate. You've come on the radio, and David Grohl, what are you talking about? David Zowie, mate, you've embarrassed yourself, Dave.
I think you're right, Ian.
Would you like to apologise to the listener?
Yes.
And would you please delete your Twitter account?
I will do.
Thank you very much indeed. He's embarrassed himself. That's Paul Watson there. That's exactly. Pablo!
Hip, hip, hip.
Hip, hip, hip.
I was thinking with the whole kind of flat, curved earth thing, could we all just settle on a cube?
Yes.
Yeah? Well,
yeah.
I'm content with that.
Hang on a minute. Chinaman isn't racist. Chinaman isn't racist. I'm getting accused of being a racist for saying Chinaman. Chinaman is not racist.
Well, I did see that fracas on the train as well that Kath was talking about. That was quite peculiar.
So it's just someone putting a bagel on someone's head?
A whole packet of bagels.
It seemed to be a lot of conflating things all kind of combining at the same time. It was a bit...
Tense times, Pablo. Very tense times.
It's the commute. What can I say?
So there's a couple here doing it in Dominos, literally at the counter. Then they've got pictures of other people doing it. So there's that brilliant one, this was from recently, doing it in a phone box.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, did you see, there was one I saw going about, I think it was possibly Malaysia, a couple doing it on a motorbike.
Oh, no, I've never seen that.
Whilst in motion.
When I said I've seen the phone box one, I've seen it in real life. I've seen people doing it in a phone box.
There's on a bus here. Things went hump in the night for these Halloween revellers on the bus home. Craig says, so Craig, who's done it in Domino's, is now an expert on this. Craig says, that's class. Look at how many people are around them.
Oh.
She's got a ticket to raid.
Oh, God.
Here we go. For the phone box one, taking phone sex a bit too literally, these two were caught bonking in broad daylight in a call box. Craig says, dial 999 for help. She looks like a lot to handle, especially in such a small spot. Thumbs up, though. That's brave.
I find that accent offensive.
Well, it was.
So do I
went
think.
all around the world. There we go. In need of extra cover at Trent Bridge Cricket Ground after
God.
England beat South Africa in 1998. So this is the cricket. Craig says he hit her deep point with his mid-wicket.
Dirty.
But the stadium looks empty. Craig didn't say that. The Sun said that, and paid him £200. Unbelievable. It's another sex on the beach for these young holidaymakers in Magaluf.
Oh, well, that happens all the
As
time.
joggers pass by, Craig says, brave, on a sun lounger, in broad daylight. All he needs is a slice of pizza. You've got to respect that, Pablo. Catherine, as we know, loves to do it outside.
Bit of al fresco.
Yeah, you love it outside, Catherine. You told me you love it. You've done it loads of times.
I've not done it loads of times.
You've told me. I've never done it outside. I've never done it outside.
Oh, don't hate.
No. Pablo, we got to go.
Yeah, I'm a coolio.
Yeah, what? I don't know what happened there. Right, that's it, dear listener. That's your lot. Tomorrow night, or tonight at 10 o'clock, we've got Bernie Clifton on, and I don't know what we'll talk about. I'm open to suggestion. I've deleted all of my tweets from the day. I'm really enjoying deleting the tweets. There's this app I use and it deletes them all. And it feels very refreshing. It's like I've reset my brain. There's none of that hanging around. It's done. The day's work is done. Time to go home and get a good night's sleep, dear listener. Don't forget, of course, the podcast. If you want to go to iTunes and type in Iain Lee, it pops up. You can also get the Rabbit Hole, which is something we'll do separate from this. Thank you to our periscopers. We've been periscoping all week. So far, it's been the first time we've done that in absolutely ages. If you stick around on Periscope, you'll get to see the office and stuff as we take you next door. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Edmundo. Until tonight at 10, ta-ta.
Talk Radio. 24-hour radio debate and entertainment.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.